Yo, everybody, real quick, a quick note from the tech. You guys are about to catch some differences in sound, so we're experimenting with some stuff, so just feedback in the comments and I will try to adjust thereafter. But that being said, on to your host!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Culthouse. Of course, you know it's your boy, Colie the Baltimore King, the host that does the most, alongside with my man.
What's up? It is your boy Mario Degree, aka MD Nice, aka Cold Assassin, and we are here again with another episode, and we're gonna be talking about Wrestle Mania 40 today.
Touch a little bit, talk about this epic pay-per-view that's on my mind, on my heart for a while. Like I just can't get enough. I can't just not think about it because I honestly feel as though that this has been the most spectacular of WrestleManias of my time. I put this as like one of my top 5 favorites.
Pay-per-view was extremely amazing, and I just remember the bright spot about so me being around my friends and us cracking up just how you get together because you haven't been to a WrestleMania in a long time, just seeing it with people that you know. Like it's different when you watch it with random people, but when you actually know people and y'all ain't see each other in a while, it's almost like even more fulfilling when you sitting there like, bro, this shit about to be epic as hell.
Yeah.
And then the first match starts. Day one. First match starts first of all, hats off to Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch for the performance that they both put on. Like nobody was outdoing the other. Like they both literally, it was a fucking fight for that women's championship. I'm gonna just say that right now. A fucking fight. Like Becky Lynch, hands down. What can you say that hasn't been said about Becky? Like most of her career, like she's just tough as shit. Though Becky, and her no selling, which is a thing. Like it still was a great match regardless. Like they tore the roof off, being that they like Triple H, they went first. And Rhea, she's proven more and more how more impactful she is as champion as the years go on. Like, she's had that title for so long now. It's like, bro, like, nobody is beating her anytime soon. It's just like, but I do really want to see a rematch between her and Becky down the road. Like, I really, the way they delivered, they got to do a part 2. Just me personally.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think in that part 2, Ultimate SummerSlam, I think that will be a Trump turnout. Of course, I still will see Rhea Ripley still coming on top because mommy always on top. You feel me? Like that match right there. I give that match an ultimate 10 stars. Like hands down. I could go higher. That match get 1,000,000,000 stars. And so the fact that it was classical, traditional wrestling. Like it, like watching that brought back a memory of what was that? It was Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon type of fit. Minus the ladders. The tag team six pack promo. That joint, I hats off to my man, or freaking truth. Like he
Is he just
That-
not a natural treasure?
that man is
he-
the national
he-
treasure.
he-
He is the national treasure.
he comes into the match doing what he does best, as only R-Truth could, like bringing the entertainment, and then literally with the ladder spot is making you like he's like he's realizing like am I supposed to be in this match for real? And then it's just like the more the tide change, where it's like you think New Day is gonna win, then it's like then they don't get it.
Right.
Then it's just like it just kept switching over every
You thought
time.
Judgment Day was going to retain it, but
Then-
they don't get it.
And then
They killed Grayson Waller. They murdered him.
oh, he
He
died.
died.
And since we were talking about this match, can we say how awesome everybody's cosplay was
Yes.
that night? The fact that the fact that Ciampa and Johnny Wrestling himself both pulled off DX in the most righteous fashion possible, and it's like who was who at this moment. It's like, oh yeah, you're Sean. He's not. Yeah, it's like perfectly done, and only rightfully so when you got Sean pulling the strings in the back, like him Triple H after NXT grooming them. It's like,
Right.
y'all go do y'all thing, bro. Y'all are literally the modern day version of us at this point right now.
You can tell that Shawn Michaels had hands in Johnny Wrestling, while Tommaso Ciampa was under the tutelage of Triple H.
Especially after they had those one-on-one feuds years ago, like
Right.
you could tell Triple H and Shawn Michaels put a lot of emphasis on themselves in those feuds when they had to see them come out at WrestleMania 40 and cosplay the whole thing down pat. I'm surprised that Johnny didn't super kick anybody for the
Right.
moment, like as far as camera guys are concerned, because Sean would have super kicked somebody immediately.
Right.
What's your name? like,
What?
like so. Great tag match. Definitely shocking as far as the time, because we were sitting there trying to call it, watching it, and we wasn't sure how it was gonna go. Wasn't sure if somebody was gonna like unify the titles and get both, or just like it was gonna be split. Once we saw that the SmackDown titles got took first, it was like, all right, it's gonna definitely be a split. And then all of a sudden, you see R-Truth try to get it multiple times before he finally captured the titles. And the bumps in that match was crazy.
Like I said,
two
people died that match.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised people ain't end up on a wheelchair after it was over.
People died.
They
Grayson
literally.
Waller. I forgot the other person who took the massive bump. I think it was Austin Theory. Or was it somebody else?
Yeah, with the ladder breaking.
The ladder breaking. That was Grayson Waller. When after he got the dang on tag team SmackDown Tag Team Championship.
No, you know
It was another spot that happened to where.
or the table spot that Johnny did, like that shit was
Yeah,
sick.
that table spot. He died.
That man was in a coma for
His
real.
soul left.
Like
Like, you literally. Matter of fact, when you saw Grayson get put through that ladder, right? Did you not see his soul leave his body?
he was gone. He was gone. He was definitely gone. That man was no longer with us after that point. He was definitely, the ambulance wasn't gonna be needed for that. He was gone. It was over. That DD that spot, bro, through the table, it's just like when you see it. It's not even when you see it happen a lot, but when they showed the instant replay after the fact of the highlights, then I'm sitting there like, bro, he fucking died from that shit. Like, it's Johnny is him. I don't care what, even though they didn't win, he had his WrestleMania moment. I don't give a fuck.
Oh,
like
yeah.
that moment alone was perfect right there.
That match, once again, classic match. And want to remind me of classic WrestleMania and TLC match with the Hurley Boys, the Hardys, Edge and Christian.
And speaking of that, I just kept watching it. So I've been posting on my Discord for real. So I posted like the GIF, like where like Jeff is hanging on to the titles for dear life, and Edge hits that spear from like 15 feet in the air, like, and literally kills like Jeff. Like, I'm sitting there like, I don't know who had the most damage, but it's like you literally can compare it to that match.
Yeah.
Like, you literally got everything: tables, ladders, and there was a couple chair shots involved in there too. So yeah, it was literally that match without it being too crazy and over the top.
And I had to finish for R-Truth to get the Raw Tag Team Championship. Knowing damn well R-Truth is afraid of heights.
That made it even better. And
made it great. You saw how he's holding on. See how he's holding on to the titles when we almost came off the ladder. He was trying to stay on the ladder.
And you know what's funny, right? That makes it more hilarious that they won anyway. It's just the fact that it's like, well, first of all, the New Day, yeah, they outfits crazy. Like, but it's the fact that the Miz over the past few years has resurfaced with tag team partners that he's won championships with before. Like, even though my boy John Moore, he's in AEW now. So when he did come back, they won the tag team championships for a brief moment, whatever. And now he teamed up awesome Truth tag champs again after like we didn't see them together since like 2011 when the whole the whole thing with the Authority was getting ready to like surface for real. And R-Truth was basically trying to warn us. Little Jimmy, he went heel. He kept fucking with Cena and Punk. And, like, the whole... It's just like you get a trip down memory lane, like, years later. Like, it is like, bro, is this really happening right now? And then when they won, I'm just like, wait. As soon as you heard the music go off, I'm like, yo, they won? I'm like, okay. I get them that. Cool. Like, so Awesome Truth won the tag match. Awesome match. Take nothing away from it. Definitely shocking. Let's talk about a man who deserves to be talked about real quick.
Man.
Sami Zayn. This.
Oh, hold on, before we talk about this, I got a preference before. Okay, so wait, I'm trying to do like. let me finish posting this on your Facebook and I gotta double check and make sure everything. It's part of what you don't pay me. Real quick so people can see the seriousness when I say this. So first and foremost, and I'm going to turn my game down just a bit. There we go. I don't want to be blowing out people's speakers. So the preference is first and foremost, during the last live stream, we kind of gave a few predictions for a few of the matches that we knew were happening. We came up with the rest offline. I basically predicted every match that wasn't a tag match in night 1, except for Sami Zayn, because I was so sure that Sami was gonna lose, that the story was gonna be that we get basically NXT underdog Sami, and that he fights so hard but still loses, that he just earns Gunther's respect. Like, that's what I thought we were getting, because I don't know if you guys noticed this, Gunther doesn't respect anybody he's beat. None of them. To him, they're all a bunch of scrubs. That includes McIntyre and Sheamus. But for him to get beat by Sami, obviously there's going to be some newfound respect there, maybe. But it would have been a much better told story if Sami lost, my opinion. But, that's the story it looked like they were telling anyway. But, back to your host.
You forgot to also tell him that you did text me and
I was wrong. Yeah. I fucking had to. Went down, I was like, I got to work.
He was like, he was right. He was like,
and so Sami Zayn, that match was another great classic. That also was like a classical match once again. The one with Macho Man Randy Savage, and I think it was Hulk Hogan that fought, or was it Jake the Snake?
If I had to pick one, I think that's closer to. I want to say that's closer to a match Macho had. I want to say
it was when it was beefing over.
I want to say it was. I want to say the one with Jake was a good one though, but I think a better one for that measure would have been Mach and Perfect. It was a throwaway match. Nobody really saw it coming, but it was a really good match that nobody predicted would go the way it went. Like, everybody came out looking like $1 million.
At the same time, it's like all these matches were like Showtime stealers. Like, you couldn't say any match was boring. Couldn't say any matches was trash.
And you this is my thing when I watched it. This is
once again, couldn't say anything. They were pretty much trash.
When I watched it,
my man, he's famous at going against debating with me on certain things, and he's been here.
I have a different perspective.
I knew. Here we come.
It's not the worst perspective. My perspective is there was a match on night 1 that when I watched it, I felt like should have been a pre-show.
Talking about the three-way dance with the ladies.
No, actually.
Oh no.
That one just should have been a TV.
I mean, yeah, but they got filled in the card.
Yeah, I know. But you could have filled the card in with more for other matches.
Yeah, true. What match are we talking about here?
The Rey Mysterio and was it? Andrade versus Escobar
and Dirty Dom.
Yeah, that could have been
the Latino War.
Yeah, that could have been a pre-show.
Yeah,
especially the way they ended that shit.
Yeah,
it was just like it was weird.
It was very much a pre-show.
Yeah, still a good match.
Not a terrible match, but you just I think it could have been on the pre-show.
But one thing they could have did was leave Dom out of it.
Yeah,
I would have rather them had him beat his dad at least. Like, it would have been like because Ray really didn't need the win. He's had his WrestleMania moments. So, me personally, I feel like he didn't need that win. But it's just like, okay, WWE went in a different direction. Like, it confused me when I seen how and because I'm like. Dom is whipping his ass. He's got the momentum. I'm like, all right, they're going to win this shit. Until it just swerved, like, it kind of, like, swerved out of nowhere. For real.
I like the angle and the story they're going to go at, but because I have a feeling that they going to kick Dom out of Judgment Day, Richard Coleman Gray do a massive turn again. And even though he turned around and helped Ray win, but he's the one who attacked Richard. That's my thesis. Jade was the one who attacked Dragon Lee.
Yeah.
Just because Andrade, he's that arrogant guy who likes that that light.
And don't forget Dragon Lee. That's one of Andrade's cuts. That's another thing. But on top of that, I will counterpoint you. I will say I don't think he's gonna get kicked out of Judgment Day, but I do think at some point they're gonna revisit the idea of the whole Dom in the middle between Judgment Day and Legado Day. I think that might happen.
Interesting. Which is, but it's like, so another point. I don't want to get off top first, but so back to the Sammy thing, right? Because watching the match, like first when he came out, the whole Kevin Owens like hyping him up, because see him, he's doubting himself almost, like he's not sure if he's gonna be able to pull it off, but he gonna go out there, die hard as ever, deliver as only Sammy can. And me watching it, it gave me that feel of like a Daniel Bryan 10 years prior. Like literally with the whole authority, like Triple H and Stephanie Orton telling you're a B+ player, you will never be champion, like you're not tall enough, not a guy. Whole time he gets to WrestleMania 30, beats Triple H with a fucked up shoulder, like by the way, like it was like beat him in order to actually compete in the triple threat with Batista, because it was just supposed to be Orton and Batista. Gets in the triple threat, gets that Batista bomb RKO through the table, and you thinking like, all right, this motherfucker done, it's over, like. But this is a person who lives off thriving on violence for real. Ends up beating both of them, gets the title, is the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, because it was undisputedly, literally had his underdog moment. So that's where I got from that when Sammy won, because it was like the underdog comes out on top again, like the one you least expect to win the match and went through the most abuse is the one that came out on top, shocked everybody, and you're looking like, oh shit, like where did this swerve come from? Like, oh, okay. And it's like, I fucks with it though. It's cool. Like, so to see like Kevin Owens, like, go do what you gotta do, bro. Like, to hype him up and he wins, can't tell a better story. Can't tell a better story, I swear.
So, also one favorite match, of course, was the main The Rock and Tribal Chief.
I don't know how much
Roman Reigns.
I think you misquote. I think you like to say in the final boss.
I don't know how much favorite. It was very entertaining with a lot of botches. A lot of botches in that match.
That's one of my favorites. That's why it's my favorite, because the botches.
Yeah, because it was botches everywhere. I'm like, godly, they was not warmed up for this at all. No. Like.
They came to fight.
Even with all the rehearsed training and stuff, I'm like, a lot of the spots was just fucked up. Like everything got fucked up.
Nobody can take a proper pedigree.
Right. Look, like, and then it's just like, all right, cool. The Rock and him win. Cool, like it's awesome. Him doing the people's elbow, and like me and like Evan and like a couple of friends like sitting there just making jokes on it, because it's like you ain't see The Rock compete since WrestleMania 19. Like. No, I take that back. He's competed, just not physically to where he has to take full bumps. Like he took a lot of bumps. Like, other matches is like you have to let The Rock do him, because it's like he can't. He's a Hollywood sensation. He can't take that many bumps. He's, you hurt him, he can't do fucking Fast and Furious and shit. He can't like.
Fuck the movie. Tired watching family, love, respect,
so the loyalty. So the fact that he came back full force, full heel and everything, like literally bloodlined out, beating the shit out of Cody, and it's like Cody.
Look at you now.
I kind of low key feel
Look
like
at you now.
I kind of and Christian kind of brought this up, like we don't know if Cody enjoyed that a little too much with the beating he took, like with that belt.
Yes.
Because it's like Brandy had to be doing something. Like he took a lot of them shots weak, like it ain't even just one whole like moment. He took that on numerous weeks of him getting beat. The Rock beating his ass with the belt. Then he get jumped by Roman. They beat him with the belt, like the before WrestleMania. Then it's just like the whole match is him getting beat with the belt mostly.
That's right.
So like
beat that cracker.
So
whip that white man like they whipped us for 400 years.
You know what my favorite thing about the match is? It's a number. 25-18. You know what that is? That is the exact minutes and seconds, give or take a few, of from starting entrance to actual action.
Mm-hmm.
That includes Samantha Irving being great at her job.
Yeah.
And
Samantha. That's all great. That's all great.
I'm going to take a second to say that
I want to talk about her.
Officially, Samantha Irving and my boy Roberts.
Yep, Justin
Roberts. Mm-hmm. Are officially my two favorite announcers. Like, I really think I can't, like, we could go back and look at Fink, who was always just amazing on a win.
Mm-hmm. And then Lillian and
Lillian was just great because Lillian had a very great presentational, but she never really put anything in it like my opinion.
Yeah, and don't forget about Finkel.
Like Fink is great. Like there's like
Fink can make anybody look
like
amazing.
Fink was like the most sassy person on the mic.
Yep.
For no reason. But somehow I feel like these two outthink the Fink.
Yes. That's why I had to throw Fink in there. Because especially Samantha.
Like if I have to
her emotion and the way she makes every superstar or every wrestler their own character or individual. Like how she does when she did the whole thing with Cody. It was just like it was so perfect, like cause American Nightmare, like the way she it's like she was
personal.
She put herself in the match, like
that shit was personal.
And we gonna wait before we get the dates, but like the way she just did it, like even when Roman came out, the tribal, she
Roman,
like she make Roman like his own, like. Even though the tribal chief he is, like, she put the acknowledgement on that, like, literally.
You're not wrong. And actually, I will say that in not doing his usual stick, that our boy, Paulie Dangerous, acknowledged her as being one of the best ring announcers. Yep. Because, usually Heyman will interrupt whoever is announcing, cut them all, and do his stuff.
Yeah.
And for 2 nights, he let her cook.
And she cooked for 2 nights, the whole entire pay-per-view.
And he just stood there with praise and amazement, like she's fucking great at what she does.
Oh yeah. And like I said.
And on top of that, like she's a whole. You could tell that she loved doing it, like from a fan perspective.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like to see, like even when The Rock came out, it's just like you could feel she was happy as fuck just to be calling his match, like because. This is like a lifelong dream. You get to see The Rock, like literally live from the ringside. Like fuck watching it on TV at your homegirls or your like homeboys at your cousins' house. You get to see it live as your job. Like literally.
Like she is so awesome and so great at her job, right? Monday Night Raw. Cody had to literally ask her,
do it again.
Do it 2 times.
and then have her on camera. Like, you know what I'm gonna ask you. Don't worry, I got you. I got you.
Like she made Cody title win even more strong now. Like
A good announcer can do that, and
Yeah.
hence the reason why I threw Justin Robert in the mix
Mhm.
because for
AEW.
all the things that we just said about her, Justin's already been doing that for years, even though he was being held back in WWE a bit for it. The minute he left
And
hit
went
the
to
indie circuit
AEW?
doing it and went to AEW as well, he
Fucking
let
amazing.
loose.
He
Like,
he ain't give no fucks. He was like, "This is what y'all gave up on, bro. Like, I'm about to shit on this." Like, so when he called, whether it was a CM Punk match, a Moxley,
Yeah.
MJF,
even
like,
Nakazawa.
Right.
Like, who do you know makes Nakazawa sound that good coming out? Like, even in Japan, he doesn't sound that good. Like that, just hearing that Naka, 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 Nakaza. Like,
Justin Roberts is
Who
the
do you
shit,
know?
bro. Like he
Right.
is him. Like, so it's like, out of all the great things that happened day one, right? Day two was equally just like, even though the matches were a little bit like
okay.
shorter compared.
So here's my overall analysis of night to night. Night one, aside from main event,
Right.
which by the way should have been the opener. Main event obviously has been
it's been definitely
Rhea's Becky.
Yeah.
Night one was the best night of absolute purity entertainment / wrestling. But it was mostly nothing but correct. Night two was I will say that night two was a better in ring.
Yeah.
It was a foot
Some people like the,
It was a
the like
foot
Except
like-
for one match. And I think you know which one I'm gonna mention later.
oh yeah.
Yeah. You remember.
Oh, and not to mention, like, so the celebrity surprises, the shock value was crazy. The fact that they had like YouTubers there, which was insane. Like Drewski was there.
Drewski was there.
Night two, I
Show
Show Speed showed up, which was fucking insane because I didn't expect him to be there. I'm like, what
Right.
the fuck? And then he dressed up as the fucking bottle, and I'm like, oh,
ass whoop. Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Just to watch Randy Orton drag a grown man like that. It's just the stuff that dreams are made out of.
And
I just want to say thank you, Randy.
Thank you, Randy.
And it's crazy.
And look,
it's crazy because
I
I
know folks out there, these strong black people, you here like, why Randy had to drag that black man like that? Well, guess what? Black man
got paid for that.
Black man should stay a white man business sometimes.
I Show Speed got paid.
Sometimes.
And I Show Speed got paid for that. So you know, it's like it's just hilarious.
Yeah,
it's hilarious. It's hilarious because
yeah,
and it's hilarious because I know Orton watch his shit. So I know Orton watch his shit. He be on Twitch and shit watching it like YouTube. So it's like it was just funny to see them interacting. And Drewski, fucking hilarious. Day one, like I wasn't expecting that. 2 Chainz ain't getting no fucking love the way they did him, bro. They did 2 Chainz fucking dirty. Wait, they took the camera, they showed him for a brief moment. When they showed the highlights,
They showed Wale more than him.
When they showed the highlights at the end, you do not see 2 Chainz face at all. I'm like, y'all fucking hate this nigga.
They showed Wale more than him, and it was like right there.
And Wale been a huge wrestling fan for years. Like even when they
And they
show
still
up
can't get this man's name right.
Right.
After he done did a rap battle there and everything.
Yeah.
What they call him? Whaley.
Yeah.
Well.
Whaley.
Then like that.
But the number one thing I was really surprised to see.
And the highlight thing was me.
Little fucking Wayne.
Oh, we ain't gonna talk about that. We ain't gonna talk about that. I love Wayne, but I love Wayne, but that shit was so weird, like, because it was just like the song that he like, no, he tried to do a Millie, and it was just like all over the place, and I'm like, all right, cool, like, it's like, all right, is we gonna get the because I didn't seen Wayne perform, like when he came to when he came to the arena before they changed the name and shit, like when it was still First Mariner. When he came to the when he performed, Wayne's performance was back then when he did his Carter 3 album release party, like when he did his concert for that shit was way better than that shit at WrestleMania 40. I just feel like it was too rushed. Like he was excited, but it was just like, nah, Wayne, this ain't it, bro. Like this ain't. And it is just like, you know, he's still a goat in my eyes, like, you know what I'm saying. But at the end, but it's just like
it's just a simple fact that my man.
I don't know if it was the right song for that entrance.
It's just a simple fact. My man Jay Russo called for Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne came out and showed up for him,
as he should. It's the same way how they had who. I don't know who made the call to Flow Rider that one time he performed, but
which by the way was the one match on night one that. And by the way, was another thing that I had to write about, but I wanted to make sure I said that on stream.
Yeah,
because
Jay and Jimmy
said this last stream.
The laziness.
The last stream,
Jimmy
right?
is indeed the laziest thing ever.
Yeah, the laziness was definitely displayed. It's like you're letting your brother carry as usual. Like it's literally just.
Yeah, he's just fucking lazy.
Like,
he's more of the comedic.
He's comedic.
Yeah,
he's definitely the comedic heel now.
Oh my god!
And
Speaking of Jimmy, you see SmackDown?
I didn't see that spot like that.
Let's do it all in order. So we'll finish up with night 2.
But night 2, right? Night 2, crazy shit happened. Like a lot of crazy. So besides all the celebrity surprises, like Astro Speed getting his ass beat, it's just like, all right, cool. When the women's match happened, what did you think? Like, because they was sexy.
Wait. Should I preference this night too? So this is the night that I got everything wrong. Everything that looked like it was gonna happen the way it was supposed to, outside of Logan Paul retaining, I got wrong. And the fact that that's the only thing I got right is a bit fucking weird. But at the same time, I cannot deny results because, once again, the women should have finished. Io and Bailey was a podium. But I understand why they fit, especially what happened at the end. So I'll give them that.
And the fucking spots in that match, man, they like I'm like, bro, y'all want to kill each other for real. Like this is y'all want to kill each other for real. The fact that Bailey won, which is like, it's like, okay, it's like cool. I really did want to see I felt like she was gonna lose, and then maybe you could make her win at SummerSlam, which would have been better.
The thing that threw me off
because all of them lost at WrestleMania. Like the whole team lost. Like nobody came out a winner after that. Like Damage Control lost everything. Like night 1 they lost to like, you know, Jade and like, you know, Bianca and the big booty trio. That's the big booty trio for real, because there was a whole lot of bouncing in that match.
No. Let's call them by their proper name. They're the Big Three.
Big Three, yeah.
They are officially the Big Three anime in WWE. Let's be real.
Yeah.
They pulled off that whole thing with the X-Men look. Like they really did. They really did that. Yeah. Everybody was on point. Everybody knew they role. Especially Jade, being that she had to be Storm, because it makes perfect sense, because that's what she's been doing. Like everybody, it fit perfectly. Like we're gonna cosplay our ass off, and everybody
those biceps.
And you could tell WrestleMania was just like you could tell WrestleMania 40 was just like a nerd convention's whole dream. It's like going to
Nerd Apocalypse.
It's like anytime like when like Comic-Con or something come for real, or like for real, like Baltimore, everybody's gonna be super cosplayed out and they favorite cosplay, like old con, like whenever like Christian and when all go every time, and I would see them fucking lined up. Like I will be leaving work and you got an Orioles game and motherfuckers dressed up in all cosplay, and it's like traffic back. Like that's how I felt WrestleMania was with every match. Like besides the ones that didn't cosplay, which they was just dressed up as they self. Like everybody did their job with them and whoever designed their costumes for that shit to make it look super official. Fucking kudos to y'all, man. Like, cause y'all was on y'all shit with the clothing designs. I swear to God, like whoever, yeah, I don't know the person name, but whoever did that shit for real, y'all deserve all the flowers in the world.
I
Like,
tell you this though, that main event though, I got every goddamn special appearance right besides that one. That one surprised the fuck out of me because I honestly thought it was gonna be Austin, but then they turn around and had the Taker. Was even
Cena
We'll
coming.
get to that. We'll get to that. But on the EO Bailey thing,
Yes.
here's what I thought was going to happen. I thought EO was going to come and get involved on night one. Because she technically still got a thing going between her and Bianca.
right. Yeah.
Set up your next feud for the title. Night two, after Damage Control lost, I was like, there's no way they're going to let EO lose.
And
She's
then
either going to win clean or it's going to be a small finish win, which makes sense for the whole idea that all of Damage Control turned on Bailey. And the whole idea was that they were trying to do away with her.
Right.
But now because all of them lost, it makes the entire team look weak, and it was like,
Like,
yeah,
winning should have never happened in the first place. And it was the one thing I always complained about. You have a champion who barely defends her title.
and y'all make
and
her
when she
lose.
defends it, it looks weak because
Y'all make her lose.
she always has to have help to win.
Exactly. Or she always lose half.
Because I'm like,
Right, and it doesn't make sense because she won the title clean.
Because I'm like,
why can't she win clean? And like she got pinned in every match that they did afterwards. It never made any sense to me.
It was like,
just,
so for her to lose to Bailey,
so for her
to lose,
to hold the title for a moment.
So for her to lose to Bailey at the biggest stage of her career at this point, it's just like it fucking sucks at the same time, but it was like still a great match nonetheless. Because like Christian said, it's like I would have rather her like won at SummerSlam or something. Like at least give them a win of like momentum. Like okay, Damage Control finally got, because the whole team lost the night before, and it's like all right, like you really gonna have her lose to Bailey the next night. It just was like it fucked up the entire momentum for them. It's like y'all been on a losing streak for the longest now, and it's like there's no coming back. It's kind of like when Asuka, for like when she already had her winning streak, and then Charlotte took that shit that time at WrestleMania. It fucked up the whole thing. Like it made her look regular at that point because it's like, bro, the streak is now broken. Like how like Taker losing the streak, the shit is pointless after that because it's like you can put him in matches, but the meaning is gone now. Like it's just regular matches. So like Asuka just ever since it's like been a downhill spiral, like where she just has to lose, no matter who it's against. Like, and she could be beating their ass majority of the match because Asuka do what Asuka do, but when you can't win afterwards, it's just like, bro, y'all booking was good far as storyline was concerned, but the losses fucking made them look weak as hell. That's just me.
Yeah, like that one match though, the finish, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre beats.
Oh yeah, that shit was. Oh yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about Seth and McIntyre, which again another match that I got wrong because everything was there that Seth should have won and got cashed in on. I think what probably happened is that they called an off. But then you watch back the recordings, shorts, of Seth saying, fucking deserve it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So clearly it wasn't an audible.
Oh, it happened.
So my question is, why go through the lengths of the story of Seth being as beat up as he is and going through hell if you weren't going to cash in?
I mean, me personally, either way, it worked because
I mean, I guess
when
it did.
With the swerve, yeah, with the swerve.
Yeah, the swerve still works.
Because when it comes to
Cash still
because
works.
when it comes to Drew McIntyre, the whole name of the game is, oh, we're tired of hearing this man bitch complain and cry.
So
we're gonna go
make
ahead.
him champion.
So we're gonna go ahead and give him what he wants, and then
we gonna take it from him.
Just like that. Got what you want. It's a
Yeah.
win. It's a win-win for the company.
You use the champ momentarily, which is crazy because
you get what you gave you what we gave him what he wanted, so we can stop hearing him cry and bitch and complain about it.
And it's crazy.
Bam.
And it's crazy because he was champ 2 years ago. So it was like, what was the point of even? You won the title multiple times already. So it's like
it's about having no fans to McIntyre. He had no fans.
He ain't been right since he was the chosen one, and it's like you literally after going to TNA and trying to rebrand and like because after they fucked you up with 3MB and everybody started getting on steroids and shit, it was like look, like Jinder Mahal was never a champion until they like literally he got roided up, and then Vince was like, oh yeah, now we can put you in title matches now because you finally did what we wanted. Like the shit is just like, bro, you wasn't really over. Like Vince tried to get you over until you fucking like they dropped the ball with that shit. Once they dropped the ball and it was like after hyping you up to be the chosen one, because I'm like, you still have to go against Cena, Triple H at that time, like was everybody else that was there at the time, like that was literally over. It's like you're literally going against all these people, Ryback with fucking like yeah, you're literally going against all these people, and literally at that point, you're getting buried in a way where it's like you're not the chosen one like I thought you were, like. Well, and this is like
he never was really. He was Vince McMahon's chosen.
Yeah, that's my point. Like Vince hyped it up to he put him in a position where it was like it was too soon to be like you're the guy. Like,
yeah, I hyped him up. Hyped him up to a point where he wasn't even ready.
We have to have you beat Cena for real, and he couldn't even do that. And it's like, all right, cool. Now we're gonna job you and put you in 3MB with Heath Slater and just have y'all job the fuck out. To the point where they was like they got tired of that shit and had to like really get themselves over, go to different companies and show that they better without WWE like everybody else does. You go to TNA for a moment, win championship for real, build your name. You got ripped to shit like literally a little bit. It's like all right, cool. Now I'm gonna come back to WWE because now I done built my name somewhere else.
Don't forget he didn't really build himself in TV. He was there for like a hot minute.
But
then he hit the Independence.
Yeah,
the Independence is where he made, especially over in Rev Pro.
Yeah, but you get my point though. You get
what was the other one?
Yeah, like
Rev Pro and Defy.
Yeah,
Defy.
Yeah. I think with some
it's like once.
Yeah, he was in MLW for a hot minute too.
Yeah.
It's like once he did stuff outside of WWE realm where he got more over. It's like, all right, cool. Like when you come back, we're gonna have this title opportunity for you now. Like, and then
for most wrestlers that do that, like especially like Drew McIntyre, because one, like I was saying, Drew McIntyre really he was only Vince McMahon chosen one because Vince McMahon loves big tall guys built a certain way. He had all the statues of what Vince really liked in his wrestlers. The difference is he's just so they end up having to let him go, as most all wrestlers do. You know, majority of them had to leave and reinvent themselves and come back fresh. It's like Cody.
Shelton did it.
Shelton
and Cody was already fucking fire. He should have been champion a long time ago, honestly. But
it's just certain gimmicks I hate it.
Like once they did the Stardust, once they did the Stardust thing for too long, he was cool with it until they kept trying to do it.
Into the, what was it? Unpretty Rose.
I mean, I liked it for a minute with the whole putting paper bags over the hill.
The undashing.
Like, it was cool for a moment with the hill. Like it was.
That sucked for me. I did like the Legacy Cody version because he was showing a more of a leadership he was picking Randy's spot.
And
Type
then
shit.
and then once it got to the point where it was just like, all right, we gonna have you do start. Like once he told the creator, like, bro, I don't want to keep doing Stardust. Like that was a thing. Me and my brother, I wanted to go back to doing my shit. I said, oh, we can't. We're not gonna change it. Fuck it, I'm out. Goes everywhere else. New Japan, Ring of Honor does his shit. Bullet Club start fucking everybody up, and then starts the whole fuck the revival. Like, which was helping them get over, like that's what, like, helping them get over when WWE was literally burying them, like after all the, like, the even after all the injuries and shit. Y'all have an established tag team that is legit from NXT. Fuck all the injuries. Y'all still didn't fucking build them to the potential that they could have been. So they had to wait till their contracts was up. Fuck that shit. Go to AEW and fucking deliver, like as only they know how.
Yeah, that match, they really played the whole scenario to a good team, especially communicating CM Punk in the way that they have. Whereas though, had CM Punk being a commentator, even, which I already knew. Oh, CM Punk already had something.
Yeah,
he had something.
He was gonna have a moment because it's like
he was gonna have something to do with it. And Lord, I know it happened, and it happened so perfectly, and it could not happen to the most perfect person, which was Drew McIntyre. Like, you go from talking all that shit about my man, you injure his arm, you rock a whole shirt, burning him about doing what you did.
Yeah, mocking him.
Then turn around and you get set the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, CM Punk. Like set you all the way up for a perfect downfall.
Now, I will say this: the issue that I had with the finish of the match was that when I saw that Seth lost, I told myself that they're actually going to go through with another failing cash in, and Damian Priest, Punishment Martinez, is not the person to be doing that.
Nope.
And it was going to piss me off to the point that if that happened, I was going to stop watching WWE again. Like that is the sort of shit that pisses me off. Like, it's like, Chekhov's gun be damned at that point, right?
Right.
So, once I saw him, like, Punk actually do that, I was like, oh, the check-in, the cash-in can still happen. It can still be successful.
And then he came out and fucking got that shit, and it was like, yep, Judgment Day is on top again, even though everybody else lost. It's like
and I was elated at first, and then after, like the day after, I came down off my high, and I thought about this, and I had to put some. Drew McIntyre, and I need you to look at this in kayfabe. Drew McIntyre lost from just hitting his head on the table and getting slapped around a little bit. Seth Rollins lost after 4 Claymores, getting his eyes split open, bad ribs, bad knee, but still hung in there for an entire match. Which, if we'd have cut certain things out of night 2, could have been a longer match with more time. Because there's one match that I end up reviewing. I have so much to say about it. But I sit there and I think about that in kayfabe perspective, and I go, is McIntyre weaker than Seth Rollins? Injured Seth Rollins went into a match, got more injured, still lasted 4 to 5 finishers.
And it's still more over.
Right. Mostly fresh McIntyre lost to not even a signature before he got in the ring to then get hit with a finisher.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, kayfabe.
Kayfabe, he's soft.
Like, we all know legitimately McIntyre is actually a pretty tough dude. He's cool in real life, from what a lot of people told me. But
real life, he's awesome. He's an awesome dude.
So it's just like
Kayfabe, yeah, you're just soft.
that's such
You're a
a
crybaby.
right. You're basically what Rock was claiming. Cody
Cody was right.
crybaby bitch.
Well, Rock was claiming his Cody fans were
Because
Cody crybaby.
they wanted Cody to finish his story. It was like, yeah. So
So I don't think you booked the cash in there. I'm still glad it happened the way it went.
but
But
it's still
in kayfabe, McIntyre looks way weaker coming out of it.
yep, because it's like you barely had the title for even five. You barely had the title for even 7 seconds. Like it was like
honestly, kayfabe,
like that's
honesty, he deserved it.
like and that's the fastest loss after a cash in ever. Like that literally was the fastest.
He deserved it.
And the one thing I keep telling myself, right, had a perfectly good setup for a table spot, which would have explained that away. Why didn't Priest put him through the table? He was basically set for it.
He already was on the ground. It could have. That was the perfect moment right there.
The table already got to me.
Because then I feel like yeah, but I just feel like that would have at least explained some of it away, and then it would have been better.
Yeah.
Put him through the table, throw him in the ring, wear him out with
still,
a chair real quick.
Still at the same time,
cash in.
But still, think about this
Stop
though.
for heaven.
Think about this though. But ain't Damian Priest more tougher and stronger than?
Yeah.
I mean, okay, I'm saying, if we watch every match Priest has been in, he's been fucking people up.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Fucking people up.
Yeah, legitimately, yeah.
Versus watching Drew McIntyre's matches, barely fucks people up.
Point is, he does give more in a lot of his matches.
He shows more of a dominant. He's really a dark side.
Like you, my bitch.
He's fucking like the flamboyant Undertaker. I mean, the bisexual Undertaker.
The bisexual Undertaker.
Because Damian Priest is bisexual.
Well, I mean, well, damn, like we just putting that man business all out here, folks. We just putting that man business all out here.
Listen, for the record, I don't kink shame. If that's what he does, that's what he does. You know what I'm saying?
I don't take away
to each his own. You know what I'm saying? But you know,
he's ribbons in your hair.
Wait. Hold up.
Talking about that. I don't.
Wait a minute. Hold up.
Ribbons.
Hold up.
You just put that man.
Hold up.
Oh.
I don't even remember this, but we talk about ribbons. My man Ken Masters wears a ribbon in Alpha.
Yeah.
He straightened it in a line on the paper. Still mad about what they did on Street Fighter 6 though. So I guess we move on to the next match. Right? And This is the match that I don't really want to talk about, but I guess we got to talk about, and it's also my most hated match of Mania. It is also one of the matches that I felt like, after hindsight, 2020, didn't belong on the card at all. That is the Pride, which they do not call themselves when they get announced, apparently. Against AOP, and why is Karrion Kross still here? Yes, it's that bad for me. It's that bad. Everything about this match was terrible. Like, the action wasn't that great. The in-ring work was subpar. And there was a highly dangerous spot, not once, but twice, from the women.
Yeah.
And it started off slow. Slow as hell.
Yeah, it was a highly dangerous part, but I love that highly dangerous part. Especially when we went through the table. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna tell you,
my favorite
here's the thing. Here's the thing that makes the whole spot highly dangerous. So we all know that B-Fab doesn't have that much in-ring time.
Right.
And we know that B-Fab not having that much in-ring time makes her a bit of a liability for certain spots.
Yep.
One of the easier spots in the match, just a simple pump kick. And she almost took Scarlett's eye out the socket.
Yeah,
I know it was by accident. I know she slipped.
I loved it.
But that shit.
I know you do.
That shit could have ended
badly for everybody because when she slipped, if I remember correctly, that was Montez Ford who was on the ground. She almost fell right on this man's head.
Luckily,
taking two people out at once.
Luckily, wasn't no concussions. It was just like
which, thank God, because the second dangerous spot of the match, and I'm super glad that there's been no reports of any injury to B-Fab. But that Russian leg sweep spot off of the apron through the table, I don't know how she somehow overshot herself, missed the table.
I thought they was dead.
And straight hit the floor like she did. I'm glad she didn't catch whiplash. I'm glad there's no neck injury. There's no head injury. At least so no reports have said yet. Like, I haven't seen any reports say anything about her being in any bad condition. But god damn if I wasn't scared when she did that and I saw that hit. I was like, oh no. Oh no.
I was like, these bitches out here trying to kill each other today.
Like Scarlett was fine. Like B-Fab's part in protecting Scarlett somehow was successful. But how she wasn't able to control her part of the bump for herself is a weird thing. A Russian leg sweep, you're in control of that entire bump when you're performing a move. How did she do that? I'm so confused. It breaks physics. It does. On paper, it breaks physics. It's confusing. And the only one spot in the match that, was super cool, and again, also super dangerous. Montez Ford doing what he does best in clearing the fucking corner and cannonballing, but cannonballing so hard that this man flew into the crowd and almost landed on like 6 people.
Right. That part right now is like, whoa, he almost went into the crowd.
Like, goodness me. And the way his head and shoulders flipped the barricade concerned me. But this man somehow is a master at bumping in weird predicaments and still protecting himself. I don't know how he does it. I kind of want him to teach me. Montez, if you ever got some time, bro, you know what I'm saying? Next time y'all on the East Coast, you could be up in Delaware, New York, PA. Hit me up, you know what I'm saying? Hit me directly in the inbox, you know what I'm saying? lighttalksurge@gmail.com.
WrestleMania, they were trying to kill each other that night.
But the match overall, and it wasn't, and the sad part is, I don't blame the Profits. I don't blame Bobby Lashley, who somehow at, what is he, 53?
Yeah. Still in the greatest shape of his life.
And still moves like a gazelle. Somehow. Still moves like a gazelle.
I blame that. I blame the other.
That's that military training.
It is. It absolutely is. Like, have you seen his Celtic workout episode? Mm-hmm. So you see what that man does for workout. And honestly, I'm supporting that workout. Like, honestly, I might actually start doing it. I don't usually do lunges, but I'll start because that whole workout regimen is legit. Like, that work, like, I don't really necessarily want a bigger back, but I'll get one doing that. Like, it's legit. Like, I've already done some of the stuff that he does in that video, and it's legit.
Bro, you said you want a bigger back. Want a bigger back.
Wow, he here he go.
I'm gonna handle you after the show. Anyway. So I don't blame them. And honestly, I can't blame AOP.
Right.
Like AOP played their parts, but I felt like the match was written out to make Karrion Kross look strong. Karrion Kross, however, does not know how to make himself look strong. And this man looked all the terrible throughout the match. I don't know how that was. Like, I don't know what happened from him being Killer Kross in TNA and being able to carry himself and hold himself to come into WWE and then just slowly, I don't know if it's the WWE style that's doing it to him.
It's probably that and the nerves.
I don't think for this man, I don't think it's nerves. I don't think it's the nerves at all. I honestly think
him lack of focus.
It could be that, but
I think it's just him.
I feel like
You think it's him?
I think it's just him.
more time in the developmental, like regroup.
There wouldn't be enough time. Like, look at where he is in his career. Look at
Right.
his age.
Yeah.
Oh, you
So-
can't get his,
And-
can't get his act together.
And you know what?
Oh,
Since we talk about that, right, in age, the one match we ain't talk about for real that was like it was done so perfectly, but like so AJ, motherfucking AJ.
We were building up to that, and this is where I'm going to tag back out. Hey, like new headsets.
Motherfucking AJ
Hey,
Styles.
like new headsets. Great, right?
yeah, great.
Amazing, right?
Never put him on again. Yes.
AJ, you have been the shit your entire career, so
So
to see that match play out the way it did, perfect as it was, even though it was short as hell.
Okay, another match that could have been in, had more time added to it if you remove the Pride versus AOP in dead weight.
Yeah. It
I'll
literally,
never properly learn their team name. I refuse.
it literally could have been like a good 15, 20 minutes because it was like literally not that many matches on the card anyway. For they like you could have easily removed that and gave AJ and more time.
That maybe cut down the time on entrances, Roman and Cody. But you can't cut down the time on a Roman Maze.
Yeah, because it's the main event too. Like, and
That's it. Hard English.
yeah, like just the fact that it was the main event, regardless, that was when their interest was gonna be long as fuck.
That match,
It's-
that was alright. That was
And AJ delivered as usual. No,
that match. That was
AJ
for it to be as short, it still was good. Like it was.
cool.
AJ did exactly what he set out to do.
He put over.
Oh yeah, he didn't just
And
put
the-
that man over. He did the same thing that Bailey did for Io in there.
Made them
Made that
look
man
good
look
as
like
fuck.
$1 fucking bucks, and it was. And we got to see Eli Drake of old come out in this match, which was beautiful.
Lot of spots. Lot of spots.
It was a spot fest heavy match, but for 11 minutes,
Yeah.
11 minutes.
That Styles Clash was hard as fuck. I ain't gonna lie. Like and then the fact that you did his move on him, like did his move, and it was like, but like the crazy part is, it was just like I kept saying, I was like, it's gonna be a lot of kickouts. It's gonna be a lot of kickouts. I'm like, you're not pinning AJ this quick. It's too early. Like there's gonna be a lot of kickouts, and it was, and it was just like once it ended, where it was like, all right, cool. AJ kind of fucked up on like. Which was the whole point he was going for, to make it look.
I got 2 matches right in night 2. We all said Eli Drake was gonna win. I mean, LA Knight.
Yep.
I'm stuck in. I just got finished watching his old run in TNA all over again.
Yeah, we did get that.
LA Knight.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
That man can cut a promo. I swear to God. Like, and the way they built it up was like, this ain't just a match. This fucking personal. Like, yeah, like this man been attacking him for weeks. like literally been attacking him. It's like just popping up in matches. Like fuck you and attacking you in random locations. like
He showed up at this man's house. You pull Austin and Brian Pillman.
are we fucking fighting in WrestleMania?
They pulled an Austin and Brian Pillman segment.
I'm showing up to you. You drop low. I'm pulling up, sliding.
Only thing missing is AJ didn't pull out a gun like Pillman did.
or the Randy Orton Triple H house invasion.
Oh yeah, with the fake security that pulled up.
Yeah.
Or the Edge. With the Edge and who was it? Speaking with. Was it Seth Rollins?
Yeah.
Seth. But Seth came and just sitting around the house.
Remember,
That was my favorite one. You gonna sit in this man's house, put your feet up on his man's special stuff.
remember
At this point,
Remember-
I think
remember
my
the-
favorite
remember
home
Joe-
invasion might be the Swerve one.
Third one.
Yeah. Only because the way they shot it, it felt, especially with Nana sitting there, and he's going, "Oh, Swerve, no, you going too far. No, we gotta go. Nah, bro, we need to go." He's like, nah, shut the fuck up. And he starts cutting a promo to the baby. Like who thinks to do that? Like, I'm gonna cut a promo about you to your child in your child's face.
That's a good one.
Remember the Joe AJ one?
Yeah.
That one don't count. Joe's a fucking regular guest over there.
But
Calling there talking about the Wendy.
Yeah.
Save me a plate.
Yeah. She was still hilarious though.
And even though they sat there like they was mad at Joe, you know he showed up at the cookout. You know
Yeah.
Right.
Like that's my bro for life. Me and AJ gonna have a beer after this shit, bro. We
right.
like
beat the shit out of each other. Dude, you fucked up, right?
4th of July, I'm over there. 4th of July, I'm over there, bro. It's like,
man. So, let me ask you this, or it's still LA Night. What do they do? What is each one? I already gave you my theory last stream about what might be about to happen.
might probably even
Right, and I think they do like them having a retirement match probably against Carl Anderson. I think we'll be in a Carl Anderson over.
like I'm put my brother over, like literally give him some shine while I take my exit out.
But I also feel at the same time if that happens, all three of them are going.
Yeah, that's true because it's like the Bullet Club. They didn't did everything. They didn't travel. They didn't won titles. It's like, what else can you do with them at this point? Like, can't have them go for the tag titles no more. They did all that. They done won too many times. So it's like, yeah, it's good to go out on a high note for real.
Wait a minute. He never won the tag.
They did. They did. They remember when they fought. Remember they fought the Ascension and stuff for real.
Remember the dark timeline.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I forgot about this. The Ascension got turned from being serious into comedy jobbers.
That's when they fucking buried them. That shit was sad. Like
that was when everybody from NXT was getting called up and getting buried left and right. This is why I forget that timeline because.
That's how it was. It was everybody came. It was everybody from NXT called up just to get fired.
They
was just getting called up just to get fired.
Speaking of the Ascension, where are they at now? Cause I
don't even know.
Fired.
No, but I'm saying I thought they was in like another like a indie like a company.
I think they're another with an independent company. I just don't know who.
But Vince fucked that all. Like everybody that was perfectly set up, he fucked up. Like for Dash and Wilder before they like that. Like you fucked up for everybody, bro. Like because NXT was the shit when they was there. As soon as they got caught up to the main roster, it's like, yeah, we're gonna bury them. Like even with Kingston, like you see, like they they did like fucking everything. Everybody, besides even with Bray. Even though Bray won the title like twice, you see how they did him though, like afterwards.
Right.
Take the title off of him to give it to Goldberg. The fuck? Goldberg of all people who didn't need it, and then he lost to Braun Strowman anyway.
Right.
Like what the fuck was he there for? Oh, quick paycheck. Like, oh yeah. Because you didn't believe Bray was the guy, even though the Fiend was the most he was outselling Cena, not even once. Like he did it on multiple occasions. Outsold Cena in merchandise every time.
But then, let's talk about the Goldberg, how he lost to Goldberg. Then gotta talk about like how you gotta think about like it's pretty much the same way how he lost to Goldberg. It's the same way how he won over Seth Rollins in that Hell in a Cell match. He shouldn't even won that match. Seth Rollins should still won that match. But get it like we
Because Goldberg after WCW, he had his run. Then it's like, all right, cool. Like, we get it. The WrestleMania 20 match with Brock was fucking garbage as fuck because Brock wasn't fully committed. He was out the door anyway. He was going to He was going to New Japan and UFC. Like, he didn't give a fuck at that point because the way they booked it was just you took the title off of him anyway. Like, Eddie won, so he basically was like, fuck this shit. Like, there's no point. Like, I'm not in the main event. What the fuck do I care about Goldberg for? And it's just like, to us, it's like, all right, this is a dream match because it's like they both equally matched. Once they fucked it up and Austin, like, Goldberg won, it's like, all right, cool, you buried Brock. Brock is fucking out of here. He don't care. He going about his business. You wait years later to redo this same fucking match over, like, for the, like, have Goldberg basically squash Brock after coming back. He gets squashed, beat him with 2 spears or whatever, and then it's like
that was Vince McMahon's dream.
And then all of a sudden,
all the real old school WWE fans' dream match was Goldberg and Austin.
Then all of a sudden you have Brock finally beat him, and it's like, all right, cool, we cool with that. Goldberg, you want to bring him back? Y'all go to Saudi Arabia. You bring in Goldberg, The Rock. Like, hey, want to keep bringing all these people that contributed to the Attitude Monday Night War and stuff like that, but nobody is really wanting to see them because nobody cares. Like, you're basically taking away from the talent that should have been getting over. Ziggler and people like that. Like, fucking Zack Ryder at the time was fucking over. And look how y'all did him. And he had to go do his thing elsewhere to show y'all that he's really the guy. This man made his own belt. Like, that's how fucking over he was before he left. Like, he was over. Like, y'all did so many people fucking like under Vince's watch. Like, I just buried all of them. Every last one that was really talented and really good in NXT. Y'all buried them for people like Goldberg who didn't deserve shit. This man couldn't even put on a proper match when he had the right fight at WrestleMania. Like, that slow ass match. Really? The first time he came back in years to perform in front of his kids, and slowest match ever. I don't even care that he won. Like, the match was, nobody wanted to see Goldberg. People still don't want to see Goldberg. It's like, you put him on the card. Even Joe Cronin hates Goldberg. Like, he fucking hates between Ryback and Goldberg. He hates them both. Like, there's no point of them even being there. Like, because Goldberg takes away from the talent. He there for a money grab, so he gonna take away from the talent. That's why when y'all was like, yeah, Ray, you're next. For fucking what? You could have went for the other title, my guy, if you really want championship that bad. Oh, we just gonna take the title off of Bray. Which y'all did that when he first won the fucking title on SmackDown. Y'all had him lose to Orton at WrestleMania, which was fucking crazy to me. Like, I love Orton, but it was just like the way y'all booked it and the way the match was, it ain't make sense. So that's 2 times you had Bray be champion for a moment. And that No Way Out, that match in that Hell in a Cell was fucking insane. The fact that he finally, when he won, was fucking everything. And I still watch it on YouTube to this day because it's like Bray finally got his goal after getting fucking buried by Cena and everybody else he lost to, like, over the years when he was trying to reinvent himself to get, like, fucking over because he was over with the crowd. We fucking love Bray. But the way y'all booked him was fucking stupid because it's like he giving us these high praise and great promos to the point y'all make him lose, and then it makes him look weak, like, oh, he's never gonna do it. But when he finally won in that Elimination Chamber, we like, all right, cool, like, Bray, he's on his run, he's on his moment. Get the WrestleMania, y'all have him lose. Then it's just like, all right, cool. He get the title back again after doing the Fiend for like fucking years. Finally wins the title back again. Have him lose to fucking Goldberg. He loses to Braun. He beats Braun, which is like, that's his brother. That's, beat Braun. Okay, cool. Now Bray is champion again. Then he loses to Roman. And Roman kept the title all the way up until this point before he lost to Cody. So Yeah, that's for anyone that ain't know the timeline. That's really how it happened. Like he literally, Roman was the one who beat Bray, and then after that, it was just like they fired Bray. So then, which was fucking stupid. Then we didn't get that match with Bray and the Demon, which would have been like great because Bray got sick. After that, it was just like, all right, cool. Bray come back. Uncle Howdy starts and everything else. Like Bray comes back, tells us his story, and like really gives us his story. That's how why we felt even stronger connection to Bray too, because Bray came out literally with fucking tears, giving us his story of all the shit he was going through. So he built an even stronger connection with the fans based on that. Like, so it was just like once it got to the point, it's like, all right, cool, we building up, and then Bray finally he get his match. He fight LA Knight, which was his last opponent. It's crazy, and that match was fucking insane at the Royal Rumble.
SmackDown though. I get a chance, I gotta go look up what happened on SmackDown. My God, like everything that we predicted about the Bloodline, so we are dead solid, dead right.
Oh boy.
I mean, dead to rights. Remember what was it, two episodes ago? We talked about how when me and you was doing it. Remember we talked about how Solo was going to be the one who was going to turn Colt.
Yep.
Oh shit.
And guess who came out?
Jacob.
Which comes son?
Yeah, Jacob.
How cool?
Yeah. Oh, Tama.
Yeah.
Oh, technically he's a cousin.
And Jimmy. Solo. Three spikes to Jimmy.
Right.
He told Paul, he said, didn't we say that when we lose, there's always the consequences of losing? Paul was like, and then he turned around, looked at Jimmy. Shit went down, had put Jimmy in the fucking medical bay. Paul Heyman picked up that phone. What Greg said, call
Roman.
Solo took that phone, boom, boom, bam, crushed it. Then Hummer approaches Paul Heyman in the back because Paul Heyman is now with Jimmy, medical team. Blah blah blah. Paul said something. We're going. Like, oh no, this was called by the truck. So yeah, Solo. So Solo is making demands. He's bullying Paul Heyman. Like
He ain't taking his
Paul
shit.
Heyman is like, oh
It's
shit.
so beautiful. It's so beautiful. So now we're going to complete the trifecta. Samoan SWAT team now has to make it to WWE. Either that, or they get Kamaloa in his contract. I don't think Hikuleo is going to come to. But if he does, and you get all three of the Tongans, son, that's
that's a big rep.
that boy Hikuleo. I watched him grow from being the little young lion that he was, just being tall and barely being able to move in the ring, to being absolutely amazing. Like watching Hikuleo has been like a weird dream, but one that I'm actually happy I had. Golly. Can we talk about that match that him and David Finlay had in New Japan? Is that allowed on a Wrestle Mania show, or do you act like that's another show entirely? My God, those two beat the living hell out of each other.
Yeah, I feel like it's worthy of being thrown in.
Just saying, like, if that don't show growth, when you get a hang with Dave Finlay, who's been pretty fucking amazing since day one, the way that Hikuleo did in their match in New Japan, that's not just growth. That's a growth spurt of the highest caliber. Just saying. Hikuleo now, totally different beast from like when he first walked. It had to be like I know Haku was sitting there like, yeah, that's my boy.
Right.
I do got a question though.
But
So like Shinsuke, like, so what's his contract looking like now all of a sudden? Like,
I gotta look up the reports, but I think he still has a few more years left on. Doesn't look like he's leaving. I think he's purely, yeah, this is where I'm retiring mode. Like the man's enjoying surfing. Like,
surfing
I
and
wish I could surf.
surfing and
I ain't got
cosplaying.
hands.
But surfing and cosplaying is just in
Listen, he's the one cosplayer. If I walked up to him and wanted to talk shit, I wouldn't. Shinsuke might be a wrestler, but all that shit that he does is legit. That boy tear the fur off your ass.
Oh yeah. Get face off your face.
Oh yeah. And people forget, like, some of the people who wrestle in Japan are actually coming from martial arts background too.
From the dojo, like out of the literally out of them dojos, like getting it in. Especially with the stories, like John Wrestling felt like I know, yeah. Regardless of what he did in his personal life, like we gonna exclude that for a moment. Even the stories with Chris Benoit and them talking about how they would go to the dojo and wrestle like Jushin and everybody, like that shit was legit as it gets because it's
don't get me started on that, man.
stiff selling, like stiff matches.
Set that man up.
Talk about it.
I'm not gonna try to sound like a sympathizer for that man.
I don't want to cry on camera right now.
But Vince, you're a dirty son.
The way they booked him fucks him up.
Because first of all, people say that okay, he did it, but nobody tends to take in evidence and the fact of what Chavo said.
Vince was booking him crazy.
Chavo said he heard huffing. The only thing they did was just root it as a suicide, a murder suicide. They didn't even do real
research,
real investigation.
I mean, you realize there's a reason why Chavo wasn't on the dark side.
Because he was gonna tell everything about what happened, and he felt like gonna talk his shit.
Which, moving on to that, I seen Buff Bagwell Dark Side of the Ring.
I didn't, but I seen like certain interviews he gave.
Yeah,
I've heard that the whole episode dealt with.
They ran a man.
That's coming from a joint source that you and I both know.
Damn.
So, all lies. Dealt with a bunch of BS. So
makes a lot of sense though.
I would like for at some point the three of us to sit down and watch it. And then maybe we review and point out what some of the lies might be. At least in what we think.
I can tell right now, he wasn't a sex user. You know what I'm saying that's one of the things that they tried to say that is that I don't know how he keeps hands to himself when it comes to these females, but no, he really wasn't a sexual predator.
Oh, Buff?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even think that's what we're talking about.
No,
we're talking about some of the stuff that Buff said. Elf on that dark side. And apparently there's. But we'll discuss it off camera. Because then we get to talk about the main event of Mania.
Oh shit! It's the moment.
Now we finally get to talk about finishing the story.
That's not even finished.
And the only reason why I am skipping over going back to Triple Threat is because the only one thing I can mention about the Triple Threat is that we got set up with false hope at the beginning of that match. You did the same spot 2 nights in a row. And the first night you did it, it gave somebody a victory. The second night you did it, it cost them to lose. Poor KO's got to be fucking fuming at Sammy.
And then
Clearly we're heading towards another KO Sammy.
And what made it hilarious is because it was like Sammy was like, "It's your turn." It's like, all right, get out there. It's not your turn. Like the title never changed. Like title never changed, and y'all sitting there just putting this poor man through like on top of the table over and over, just having the best time of your life. Well, Orton is hilarious as fuck. I'm gonna say that right now.
When Orton is happy and having fun in the ring, he is just the absolute fucking best.
Right.
Like, oh, you gotta put him higher. Like, no, like this, and just kept dropping him over and over.
That whole spot when the two of them went for the pin, and he was just like talking. It was like, so what do you want to do, man? What do you want to do? How do you want to do this? Hey, we can just go. You want to go? Yeah, let's just go.
Yeah, we're just gonna go.
Like what the hell? Like what the hell? It's
like at that point, I feel like we're getting like Ring of Honor, Kevin Steen at that point.
Yeah, like just silly as hell, just making this spot on, doing whatever the fuck you want. Like let's go. Let's do it, bro.
Fucking love it. Gotta fucking love it.
But yeah, the main event.
A lot to talk about in that one.
And I'm gonna start off with this and let you guys finish the rest. Samantha Irving is fucking incredible at her job.
Yes, she is.
She is a true fan. Like she I swear to God, at the end of that match, she made us fucking cry at the end of that shit. Like, I wasn't even shedding tears, but
no, made y'all cry.
I didn't cry.
I ain't cry.
Made y'all cry.
I ain't cry, but I felt
you cry.
I ain't cry after that. I felt.
Don't cry, baby, bitch. Don't you sit there and lie to our fans. You know you're a Cody cry, baby. You was over there.
Hell no. I don't know. I was actually more shocked than anything because I'm like, wow, they took the title off of Roman. But the fact that he's dealing with his situation right now kind of makes sense why they did it.
I think that too, but Roman, he said it 3 years ago. So he was going to come in, dominate for 3 years, and came back. He dominated for those 3 good, strong ass years. Now he deserves to go ahead and take his high end. He deserves it.
It was a lot. It was
for 4 years straight.
It was a lot of spots, and they fixed the botches from the night before in the tag match, which was awesome. They corrected all that shit because it was like literally the night before it was both of their fault. Like Cody and Roman fucked up.
Yeah, true.
So,
but at the same time, when it comes to having a match that's really no rules, all the botch.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
It tends to go out the window now because it doesn't really matter about bodies or not because now we got the whole freedom of just fucking each other up.
Take Sabu for instance. He's the king of botches. Like that man botches all the time, but he still can put on a great match if necessary.
But even though that match, it kind of did disappoint me. Far as it's supposed to be Samoan, it's supposed to be bloodline rules and. Waited entirely for me. They waited entirely too long to start implicating the of that match. Like it was just first half of the match was just them in the ring fighting. No weapons are being used. I did like the fact that Roman pulls out Cody pulls out the table, and then Roman puts it right back away. I did like that spot.
Then they did go outside in the crowd for a minute, and it was like, all right, cool. Then when he brought him back, I'm like, what's this? SmackDown versus Raw 7? Right. Like we going back in the ring? It's like
I was saying, like the rules. It didn't indicate the rules as they could have, but all in all, still a great after baby. I that's the only thing I could really say. Pretty much like that your announcing was impeccable. Like I can literally say that there won't be no one next couple of years that's going to outmatch you, right? Like
And
she got the goatness, and
and you know what's hilarious? You know what's hilarious? Like, so I was reading people comments, right? About the whole, like, when Seth did his big spot when the Shield music hit, and he was just like, even though he was fucked up and in major pain, and we could tell that Seth was fucked up, it's like, all right, when he came out for real and like Roman got his revenge with the chair shot incident, and everybody, I'm sitting there looking at the comments on YouTube or whatever, and people are sitting there thinking like, oh yeah, they thought Moxley was gonna come back and like help do it and shit. I'm like, there was no way that shit was gonna happen.
I
It's
mean,
like, unless Tony Khan would have gave like some green light,
so
like
that's why we say it could have.
Yeah.
Here's what reports have been said. Tony Khan, which this report is correct because he has gone on and said this in some of the media scrum. Tony Khan is willing to work with anyone so long as the conversation is there.
Like as long as he have a mutual agree.
He said that within the first year of AEW.
Yeah. And he's been very honest to that.
And also I don't know if you had seen it, but ever since they came out, Tony Khan literally been the main person that's really been trying to reach his hand out to them.
But they've been dicking him, so that's why he's been getting better. But these childish outbursts that he keeps having is also not helping.
Right, it's damaging.
Yeah,
him.
Like, because now you making it more of a feud, like
with it, like AEW, because now you see a lot of these talent,
and really the rating
AEW now
going elsewhere,
going to.
Well, I mean, some of them were waiting to get their chance to go back to WWE.
Yes.
Let's be fair.
Remember Bobby Fish did a shout out. He did a shout out on that. Like, you know, MJF been talking about WWE for fucking years now. Like talking about leaving. Like it's just
because imagine his ass coming.
Jade came in her first WrestleMania and got a dub.
I'll wait until after we finish the full review to discuss my displeasure.
They waited that whole time just to have her.
You'll understand why when I get talking. You guys may disagree. Maybe you might see it my way. Who knows? Wait until. But if they would have reached out, I'm sure they could have came to an agreement. Showed up, and that would have been the fucking pop of the night.
Definitely.
I think that pop would have been bigger than Undertaker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like
because they ain't seen Mox. They ain't seen Mox in the WWE arena in years. Especially
and you gotta remember that he's one of the few people that when he was leaving, fans in every arena when he was doing his leaving tour kept chanting, "Don't leave."
Right. Hell yeah.
And he left anyway.
Yep.
And did the right thing.
And basically went on a rant and basically buried WWE. Like, fuck this shit. Creators suck. like Moxley talked his shit respectfully because it's like y'all didn't book me the way I should have been booked. Y'all, if I would have let me do this, like imagine the ratings, bro. Like y'all wanted me to still do Shield shit when it's like.
Yeah, but at the same time, at least.
Even though they were selling merchandise, but people were still
burying him like they did others. At least they were still giving him.
Because people were so tired of hearing that fucking song, and it was like then Roman kept it until he finally changed it in Tribal Chief and went heel. Like, bro, we don't want to keep hearing the same fucking song of the Shield over and over, like for you, like. Literally, Vince throwing it in our face. Like, all right, yeah, y'all gonna keep getting this shit. Like,
before he left, he had different music. Huh?
No, Moxley and like as Ambrose, yeah, he had his own music. I'm talking about when they did the whole Shield reunion and like they kept. And then remember Roman kept. Then remember Roman kept.
Alpha.
but remember Roman kept that shit so fucking long. It's like, bro, when are you changing this shit? And then he finally like switched up the gimmick and went heel and like was like, fucking finally, bro. Like this is what we wanted to see this entire time. This is what Cena should have did, but Cena chose not to go back heel after Dr. Thugonomics and shit. And it's like
when it came to Roman Reigns back then, it wasn't the Shield. It wasn't. It was just he was, which I can understand because his health issues. It's just that he didn't have no charisma. He had no mic fire.
now
like I said before in the last couple streams about mentioning Roman and his abilities, him doing like the acting stuff was probably the best thing that could have happened to him.
Because it helps him like with his like actually
give him character.
Not just that, but it also helped him be promo, which he
gave him character.
Strongly needed.
He had nothing. Like literally, this man was getting, I hated every time I seen that mic in his damn hand. I'd be like, please somebody
doing ad-libs and
please might come off like John Cena, come out, please. Please come out and cut this man off.
And whoever his acting coach was, they did, yeah, it definitely helped.
Probably the same person that Becky went through. Would assume.
Because they definitely gave him character. Because now he's now him as the tribal chief. That it made him like more of a dick to where you had to hate him.
I think for Roman,
but you loved the gimmick.
The Rock had
maybe
it could have too like
because their personalities on the mic is too damn similar.
That's true. When they
swag, that swag that Roman was missing.
So I want to say that, but honestly, I don't see it that way. I think they have, because of the way theirs is, they have similar expressions and mannerisms. But the overall like tone, I can definitely tell a Rock deliverance from a Roman Reigns.
Right, that's what
and I don't think that's similar. I just think they have similar mannerisms.
I'm not saying that tone. I'm talking about like just the deliverance of
the overall the energy alone, like
the deliverance, the mannerisms, because if you want to go to the tone, even when the tone, because you know how when Rock gets into a certain spot where he's talking, that little screechy voice comes out of him. It does the same thing for Roman. He had that screechy.
I like how they was able to feed off of each other too. Like they made the promos. They made the promos even better.
I think that just might be a family thing, because even with Jimmy and Jay, like they were cutting the Uso Asylum.
They did the same thing. They did the same thing
right. Too. And Jay still kind of does.
But
yeah.
Getting aggressive and like
oh yeah, I'm talking about.
Well, no, not just that, but I mean like how that screeching.
It's different.
It's family. It's family.
Way different.
I think that's more.
It's more. There's more deep. But it wasn't that. I was saying like how he holds the mic, he talks, how he does this. You know what I mean?
Rikishi is a heel.
The Rock, he does that. He made that little smirk on his face, like when he's not trying to hear it. She's like, man, I like that cockiness.
That's because Roman wanted to show off the veneers too, right?
That's still Usos through and through. That's before the bloodline.
It's like studying, but that is way different compared to how.
I don't know, man.
I
think we're reaching a little bit.
The smile, and that's because Roman wanted to show off the veneers though. For he wanted to show off.
That man got good deal work.
Once again, listen to the key word I'm saying. The mic deliverance. That's what I'm saying. The mic deliverance. Idiots of the mic. That's all. It's there.
Yeah.
It's like, he stepped back and watched his big cousin.
I give him that. Like compared to when he first started, I can see what he's. It improved.
When we're done, I'll put up some shorts and so you could.
I was gonna say I don't know if Rock helped with that.
But
But I
I'm saying, you
wouldn't
can tell he
deny
probably
the
coached him.
idea that Roman might have studied Rock to that
Yeah,
kid.
he probably coached him. Probably gave him a little bit coach because you remember they was in Hollywood together. They did do a movie together. Roman had to ask The Rock for some advice and guidance how to get better.
That
how
is
to get better on the mic skills.
that is a good
He
point.
didn't have no mic skills.
That's a good point.
Until he came back.
And then him with Paul Heyman, it just yeah.
I mean, being real honest, anybody really taught anything, probably that man. Right?
Oh,
Paul Heyman literally had to give him some shoe pointers too, like
true pointers. That man probably gave him a whole entire book. It was like, read this and come back in 2 days.
Read that.
Like if you
read that for the moment, I don't do all the damn talk.
Like if you want, if you want to be a believable hit, like I'm pretty sure he had him watching all the greats that he managed over the years that was like legit fucking great talkers, like Steve Austin, done in Steve Austin shit, like literally like everybody he was with that was great talkers had a title.
That nigga sucks.
Brock was talking his shit.
I'm gonna say this: Brock Lesnar is better when you just let him have freeform.
Yeah.
Like that line against Heath Slater was amazing.
Well, why? Because he.
Let's talk about your kids.
He enters Mike Tyson.
I don't give a shit about your kids.
Yeah,
Mike Tyson. You guys enter Mike Tyson. If you would have came even more further, he would probably say, "I would eat your kids."
And let's not talk about how Lesnar had one of the best selling shirts at one point, like 20, like the eat sleep, suplex repeat, like and literally this fucking suplex Cena to his soul left.
Yes.
Suplex that man and like. And
suplex that man like it was like he ran away with a big ass stick.
It was to the point on the game I had to literally create a signature just because it was like, bro, I gotta give him ultimate suplexes.
Like he was picking on Sable's titties.
Like I created my own little suplex signature, and I'm like, all right, like Brock, this is gonna be Brock suplexes right here.
I think it got away from us a little bit. It's mostly my fault.
One, two, why can't we see pair up again? Which I think and believe for a fact is going to happen just to fucking help him. My man CM Punk and Paul fucking Heyman.
Maybe, but we'll get to that in a minute. So let's get back to the ending of
the main event.
You get to the finish. You get the best spot that honestly shouldn't have happened in this match. It should have happened in their night one match with Jay spearing Jimmy through the table. And I'm like, why is this more emotionally charged than the match we got? Just this one moment.
Yeah.
In isolation. Like, never mind everything else that's happening around this moment to happen.
They came
this
out.
This moment in isolation is better than the match we got. And then you get what I thought was an interesting story beat, which leads now into the SmackDown thing. And I was like, there's the cues for it. Solo showing up and literally bitching Roman. Get up! Finish it!
Yeah.
Finish!
and then
finish the story!
I don't know!
and then on top of that, like Roman hitting one of the prettiest like crossroads ever, like even better than Cody's for real. Like,
okay, can we all just agree that the crossroads in itself is actually just a shit move by design, and nobody can really do a good one outside of like, for some reason, Roman and MJF, and it's not even their fucking move.
Yeah.
But Cody Spear
what was the one that Damian Priest was on? The Reckoning, right?
Yeah.
Even that shit looks ugly.
Yeah.
And I think it has something to do with build. both Cody and Damian Priest have a slightly similar build. They're tall, they're lanky, and they're lean. Somehow, that does not equate to that move looking good. Maxwell is short and stubby, but he's got some muscle on him.
Right.
He does it, and somehow it looks clean. Roman is tall and stocky, and got nothing but muscle on him and hardly a neck. And somehow the move looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just a thing about the size?
It probably could.
Does the size cover up for the inadequacies of the move itself?
But then again, to be fair, like I feel like Cody, I feel like and hit prettier when he was in New Japan with like.
Oh, you mean when it just looked like he was floating?
Yeah, like.
You're right, but you also gotta look who he was in the ring with.
Yeah.
Like good I think if in WWE, the one person who could probably make that move look good, Ricochet.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Ricochet all day gonna make it look good. Just with the selling alone, too. Like,
yeah, Ricochet could make that move look pretty. I think Montez Ford could make it look pretty. Because at the end of the day, it's not the person delivering it.
KO
it's the person taking a bump.
I was ready to say
KO would definitely oversell that.
It's all about the person that's taking the bump. Because it's a face bump.
But it's the way they have to turn into the face bump.
Because they got to tuck. Because they got to tuck through it so they don't get.
Because first of all, prevent that, and then you got go with the person that's turning. So you this
right, and he's cueing you,
and
that's the thing. Like it should be easy because he's literally cueing you.
Like right before rotation. And right before he hit it, he's telling you. Some people. And right before he hit it, he's telling you like literally
all wrestlers. Bumps different. It might look like they're taking the same bump. I mean, it is the same bump, but
everybody
gonna sell it different, and like
everybody gonna take that bump very differently. Like if I was like me coming up and being trained and shit, our wrestlers don't do. Then take a power bomb. Some of them don't in it. That's really so you can not break your fucking neck,
right,
and get a concussion. A lot of wrestlers who take the back bumps, sometimes they don't land on their shoulder blades. They go either land like right along here, or they're gonna land right here. But you're really supposed to land blades.
Right.
Everybody takes just like Kevin Nash. Sorry. That's one of the nastiest jackknives.
Yeah, because he straight dropping you like it. He ain't even fully lifting you power bomb.
He's not guiding you down or nothing.
He just there you go. You're like, yo.
take a last ride. You gonna be up a minute, like
right. At least I was taking
he guide you down. How did Maven say he was always a safe landing?
Right. Just like Hogan bitch ass.
Did power bomb you? That shit
almost fucked up Undertaker's career because he lied and said that in the match when Undertaker won that they knocked him out. They almost broke his neck. But over time, you look at the video, his head never even touched the damn mat.
Right.
Because Taker is such a great worker.
And Mark Gallo is going to try to protect you by all means. Yeah, like he's not going.
Like your head, there right here.
It's the same thing how they try to like do with Vader. Like when because Vader is heavy-handed, so when he hits you, it's like you getting hit by bricks. But Vader was very protective of his opponent. Like even Sting said it. Like Vader is going to make sure you good every time he fought you.
Hell. This nigga right here.
And they put each other through fucking hell.
Like this nigga right here. Do you know how many times this nigga tombstone me? as kids. And never had a concussion.
I would say for working in insert wrestling name here.
One of my friends in middle school for real, like He did. He went for like this famous attempt one time in the hallway. So like my leg like slipped. That shit hurt.
Oh.
Like,
I remember my first famous I performed. It was so
remember
pretty.
that
so I was
too.
like, so I
It was
was
so
limping.
pretty.
So I was limping after
I remember
like.
that too, actually.
It came out of nowhere.
I remember sitting on a stoop when that happened too. I was just.
I got ankle locks one
was it a
time.
Tropicana? I think I was just drinking a Tropicana.
Yep.
And the next thing I knew, I felt, huh? Oh, I guess we're doing this. My Tropicana! That's what I remember. I lost Tropicana that day.
Damn.
But, take your fancy. Remember that great powerbomb I gave that little 1B Mexican
Oh
karate
shit.
kid?
Oh shit.
Right in the snow, right on top of
Right.
shit.
Yep.
It was the
Damn, not the
most
dog.
poetic
Not the,
powerbomb you've ever
Yes.
seen in your life.
not the
Yes.
dog shit though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he literally, all I remember was he threw a kick, put him.
And the worst part was the start to that happening was these exact words. Stop talking shit, or I'm going to powerbomb you.
And he
Yeah.
kept talking shit. It's like,
Literally not even a minute later. And I just sat there,
Right. And guess
arms
what?
crossed.
At the same time, powerbomb, our school bus was popping up too.
oh shit, damn.
So
And I just stood there with my arms crossed, just like, well,
he told you. That's what he said. Well, he
Told you.
He told you.
walked right on the bus, sat down, pulled out the Game Boy Advance, and just went to town.
It's
Like she ain't happy.
it's like I ain't see nothing. I ain't see.
It's not even I ain't seen nothing. It was just like, well, it's another day.
Yeah.
Another day in Foxford.
Just another day in the park. Why can I catch this Charizard?
Right. Did you catch it? No, I ain't catch it either.
Oh my god.
But so you go from that spot with Solo to John Cena showing up.
Which was fucking with
And
with his daddy's bald spot after doing all these fucking movies.
And it's funny that you're saying that because that's the same shit I said that night.
That man got his daddy's whole bald spot. I'm
The
like,
whole fucking thing. It's so perfect. Like his hair literally looks like his father from that day when his father showed up in the crowd. That shit's hilarious.
like you passing down the genes for real. Like
Yep.
It's insane.
put Solo
But-
Solo in the attitude adjustment. Like then it's like, all right, we got right through the table. Right through the fucking table where it's like, all right.
And at first I was upset about this, right? Because he throws Solo out the ring, hits Roman with an attitude adjuster, then does the same to Solo through a table, which takes Solo out for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
And the worst part was, it was the most looking attitude adjuster I ever seen.
Then
Sugar Bear.
Then it's like when Cena standing there.
then-
Soon as after that, it's like soon as Cena standing there, it's like then The Rock come out, and it's like, oh shit, this makes sense now. They had that feud, bro. It's like the story, like the way they built it up for the story. I was like, okay, it makes fucking perfect sense. And then you the final boss, you present Roman your cousin, it make perfect fucking sense. Like Cena been feuding with the both of y'all for fucking years, so why not? Like,
Look at Cena's face like.
And the fact that Cena got one shot at again.
straight rock
But
bottom.
somebody else in his fucking family.
Straight
It's
rock bottom.
hilarious to me.
Right. Cool, rock bottom.
And was dead.
And then
Yeah, but I was it really shocked the shit out of me because I really was hoping and praying since The Rock came out. I was really hoping and praying that the best obvious thing to do is get if we're playing Battle of the Rivals, you get Austin 3 motherfucking 16.
This is where I can help out with it. So, news reports state they actually did reach out to Austin. They were trying to get him for some reason, Austin couldn't do it. So, in a situation like that,
you gotta put Taker.
what's your next logical choice?
Next best thing. Fucking Yeah, man.
And on top of that, it still worked out
Yeah, it did.
because had a rivalry too.
Yep.
Yeah.
It wasn't the best between the three that we're talking about,
But it's still alright.
But it
was
worked
still
out
the
as
right
a-
one.
yeah.
But if I had to choose something, I don't think I would have got Taker. I understand why we didn't go the route that I'm going to say, but this would have been my first pick.
I
We couldn't get Austin.
I would have went McFoley.
Who?
McFoley.
I wanted to do Foley. I would have.
Technically, yes. I didn't think
I'll
about
get
that.
That's
But
true.
You can't do Foley for one reason.
Rocket Sock Connect.
They ended as friends.
Yeah. So I would have got like Angle, probably Angle.
Angle's not coming back. He said it 1,000 times. He's done.
Yeah, he's done.
No, I'm just talking for a spot. I mean, yeah, I can
No,
see like
he's
oh,
literally
he-
said
he-
in
oh.
interviews he's done.
no interference, no nothing. Okay, got it.
So he's done. Which
So wait, so okay.
No, but make it funny.
So what if they would have hit up?
I'm just being funny right now. Hurricane.
Oh shit!
Yo.
Oh yeah.
That'd been funny.
If they'd have had Gregory Helms come back for that, oh shit, I'd have been
Just to
done.
throw the rock over the rope.
With the
Listen,
and the way he did it in TNA when he came back with the whole paint and shit and everything when that
Dragon
whole
House and everything.
yeah,
listen,
like that would man.
Listen, if you'd have got motherfucking Gregory Helms to show up,
And he got dressed.
and you
And he
got
got
a
dressed
whole
like
spot with the Rock.
Imagine the pop.
Go
So
ahead.
like, imagine if they could have got like Moxley, Gregory. The pop would have been insane.
Oh yeah.
But you got to use the Hurricanes theme song so the rocket box.
Right. Then, and then he just try to go for the choke slam for real like that.
But this is how you could paint that spot up, right? He comes out. They have a standoff, right? Rock, raises an eyebrow, and Helms, and then the Rock takes a swing. He ducks under it, comes off the rope,
Close
hits him
up.
with the forearm,
Yeah.
gets up, tries to pick Rock up for the choke slam, does the thumbs up, tries to go to lift Rock up. Rock hits him in the face. Rock bottom. Perfect spot. Seamless. But not what we got.
Nope.
And the other option that I would have went with is the one that makes the most logical sense. But like I said, I understand why they didn't and why they couldn't. No, Hunter.
Yep.
I would say that's why, but you can't because
and
Hunter.
and
Hunter hurt.
And
Hunter hurt.
you know what would have been like even funnier, right? So say they didn't end it with like Taker being the last one to do that. So say Taker still do the spot, right?
Right.
What if they would have had Kane come on? And then it's
No, that would be funny. That would work too. That would work too.
Wait, I got a question. Now.
Uh-huh.
Which version of Kane?
oh shit.
Oh, the fucking
Who would do the unmasked?
no, the mask came.
Have him shave his head again, come back in, just. God, dude, I love fucking Slow Chemical.
And
that song is so good.
And
Figure 11 is actually fucking banging with that song. Like, they don't have many songs that I like, but the ones when they go all out are so good.
And then before Kane comes in the ring, right? He throws his voice box at the Rock.
But unfortunately, we don't get that, right?
Right.
I think this is what we get instead. So you have Kane come out, but you have
You see the sky.
Governor Glenn come
Yeah.
out. He comes out, as the governor of what is it, Kentucky, right?
Yep.
Yeah, as the governor of Kentucky, I have to apologize for what I'm about to do, and then no fire, the lights just go out,
Next thing you
and
know,
then the
you
lights
see
come back
him.
up, and then Taker's behind Rock, which would just be an amazing cameo, an amazing pop, and an amazing double pop when the lights come back up and you see Taker.
Or they could have did something with Shane.
Can't. Because an agreement needs to be made, and now with thing going on.
Well, yeah.
Shane,
It looks like
Shane.
Shane is staring very much away.
Oh yeah, they
from
got
the
to.
situation.
They got to.
He ain't trying to get caught up
No,
in
they
the
got to.
crossfire.
Oh yeah.
Because the company don't want no McMahon.
And
Stephanie,
surprisingly, we got Stephanie, which means two things. Because Stephanie was actually named,
no, she
dropped in the suit.
No, I believe she. Last I heard, she left too. Oh yeah, she was there last
Yeah,
night.
she was name dropped in the suit, and
Yeah.
she was there at Mania on night
She
two,
was
and she
there.
was at the Hall of Fame, and so was Linda. So I think the two of them have been cleared,
Oh yeah, they
and everything's good. But that now brings into something else that I've said before about the situation with that whole thing, and I don't want to talk about it here right now, but I'll say that it's the difference between he said, she said, truths and agreements. And that's where I go with it. So I won't say much more here. I don't want to drag it out too long. So
The only thing I say on that part is, you're going to sign NDAs. Do not try to talk about shit later down the road. Keep your motherfucker shut.
Shouldn't even sign him in the first place. Should be smart enough to be.
You don't sign anything that you're not comfortable
That's right.
And don't do anything that you feel against.
Right.
Because if
Just say no.
y'all see what happened with
what Cat Williams said, y'all need to just tell Puppy no.
Yeah.
I've been telling him no for years.
It's not hard. It's not
my
hard to
best
say.
Cat Williams impression, by the way. That's as good as it
And
gets.
then they show the little Boondocks episode where he's telling Riley
Homies
like
over home.
telling
You know,
Riley,
homie.
telling Riley it sound like some gay shit.
Like really, it's like Vince McMahon. All I had to do was just tell that man no.
I put
You see what happens?
I put anything over a home, like money over homes. Yes, like
A cheesecake, depending on the time of the week.
That's the only thing you gotta do. Just tell that old man no. So
absolutely.
What? So what? You may get fired, but guess what? You get fired to do what everybody else do. Go to another company and be way better.
You get fired with like much more. You get fired with much more dignity and grace. Like just look at AJ and how you know.
Well, we'll talk about that later. But there is an inconsistency with that story that I do feel weird. We'll discuss off camera, but if you ever, ladies and gentlemen, because it happens to men too, as much as we hate to admit it, and as much as the world hates to let a man have the same sort of same sort of
feelings, if you want to say, or
no, not feelings, weaknesses. Weaknesses as a female could have, but that sort of manipulation does happen to men too. So I say this to men as well, because I know we've been programmed since generations ago that a man can't say no, and that
Justin Bieber,
a man can't be raped. Things are false narratives.
Super false narrative.
If you're put in a position that you are uncomfortable with, gentlemen, and you do not feel comfortable, say no and walk away. Same for women. You're in a situation that you feel uncomfortable with, say no and walk away.
Right.
And I got 2 words for y'all. Jeffrey Dahmer. There we go. That's a prime example right there.
Like, just say freaking no. I know you want the fame and the money and all that, but
it ain't worth it at the end of the day.
If that's what you want, and that's what you're chasing for, then don't cry about it at the end of the damn day. I had to suck a billion penises just so I could get a fucking Grammy. Well, bitch, you wanted that fucking Grammy.
Because nigga,
you wanted that goddamn Grammy. You wanted that $50 million check. So now Diddy wanted to tickle and pity pop your fucking bunghole.
Because once they extort you and that, they blackmail you with them tapes, it's over. Like they were saying Meek was looking uncomfortable in that
man
for real.
Meek was getting them. That was Meek in that audio getting. Please, Mama, no.
People was talking about it was AI generated. I'm like,
ain't no damn AI generated. Nothing like that.
Security recorded that shit, bro. He recorded that.
If it was AI generated, it'd be
They just want to accept the fact that
no,
might be on the DL.
no.
But he was following. But
Okay.
they say on
I'm
Twitter
gonna be the voice of reason.
they said
I'm
on
gonna be the
Twitter.
voice of reason here.
Oh,
What you gonna tell me? They was working out.
If I don't,
They was working out.
no.
That's great. They was working out.
No. I'm gonna be the voice of reason here, so we can move on and actually finish this review. Because if we don't, I'll fucking lose my shit. The shit just somehow turned into fucking comedy out.
I told y'all mess around with me.
The entertainment, man. You
make it laugh.
You get it all here at the Colehouse.
So
Colehouse?
Colehouse?
Colehouse.
I got this man over here dying. This man dying over here. You see this man? He's dying. Dad, he's dying.
He's broken character. He's broken.
I broke this man. Finally, he said I couldn't do it. I broke him. On live.
And you know what?
On live. On live, baby.
And you know what? I got something for it. After Taker appears, choke slams Rock into oblivion and vanishes into the pale moonlight of the night. We then get the highly anticipated spot that nobody knew they wanted, Seth. And we get Roman's moment.
That payback from after, I broke up the Shield. I'm the whole reason this shit was over. Like, hit both of y'all with the chair. Moxley he already got his revenge a long time ago. He got that.
Yeah.
So Roman was waiting for this shit because he could never get that moment.
You know what the funny thing is? I've watched a short of this shit, and I feel like everybody who made a short has fucked up. And here's why. You guys missed the obvious song pick. This should have been Phil Collins' Air of the Night. Right here and there. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. No, not right there. On the hold on.
Right.
Hold on.
It would have fit perfectly like
You
that.
should never. Did y'all notice the Rock's face after Roman's loss?
And then Cody literally hit like 6 crossroads in that match.
Cause now I'm sitting here thinking about if he had looked up the Rock's face when
9.
Oh,
9 crossroads.
That's right. He did do it the first few times, and the Roman kicked
the 3
out.
that were separated throughout the start of the match before we got to crescendo.
Right.
The first set of 3 he hit before Solo came out.
That's
and
true.
then that last set of 3 after the Seth spot.
Right.
I was sitting here thinking, right? It may not be Solo taking the seat.
Yeah.
It could be the Rock. Final boss.
So
Since he is.
This is you defaulting back to theory number 2. And
Because think about it. Why would they say this ordered by?
this is true.
It's not Roman
And
Reigns.
he on the board now.
And so knowing Solo would be like, no, it's been ordered by me.
Right.
He would have made it known. Of his character.
And you know what? Rock gave
That's all
Cody a piece of his lay.
Oh.
And he
Cody-
told him, which is a
Cody had bought everybody.
No. I'm talking about on Raw.
No, that's what I'm saying. Cody came out and said Rock gave him back a gift that Cody brought everybody that was part of that match. That's why Rock said what he said. Oh,
don't break my heart again.
Your story is not. It's
not over. Like we gonna again down the road.
We're gonna break my heart again.
So he want him. He's like, regardless if you the champion or not the champion, it's gonna happen again.
I'm coming for your ass.
Right. Which was epic. Like that whole
but
thing.
the whole meaning of don't break my heart again.
That's why I said it has to be LA. So
No, it's real. No, Cody came out already. He said it out of his mouth. It was the watch he brought. I thought it was something more meaningful. Like,
see, I thought it was delayed because, like I said, I only got to see a little bit of highlights from Raw. So I thought it was a piece of delay because of Samoan tradition, which would have made sense for that line. So watch thing kind of makes me.
Yeah, because that's what Cody said. He came out on SmackDown. He like, I gave Rock a Rolex. He gave it back to me.
Which sounds about right.
Like, yeah, no, our beef not done yet.
So
also, I mean to make sure that Cody knows that he's coming back.
So where that doesn't sound. So where do you see him
as personal as giving that piece of the leg and what that means? And I feel like that would have made better sense.
I mean, do something like that, yeah. Or the way I was originally thinking that maybe Dusty Rhodes had gave Rock something a long time ago,
which would have also
which would have been more meaningful and more of a power.
Right, but a watch that I just bought you 2 days ago.
That's disrespect.
Who gives a fuck? Well, don't break my heart again. No longer makes sense.
The question is, right, like where do you see them like shooting at the next match if they like?
So it depends on what's going on with the Rock schedule.
Yeah, because
they can at the very minimum start a build around SummerSlam.
That's what I was looking at, like SummerSlam. But I think
SummerSlam may be Night of Champions, maybe,
or one of the big towns in Saudi. Rock hasn't done Saudi Arabia.
I don't think he wants to be.
Yeah,
if I remember correctly, I don't believe he.
He's tired of that. He's tired of that shit. Them shows,
He haven't been yet. Saudi show.
Remember he booked him the 1 year. He just never showed up though. Like, I know they had Goldberg and them come.
Yeah, that was me about Brock Lesnar and Goldberg type shit.
So,
because they love seeing all the old acts.
It's cathartic moment of the pin. The even more satisfying cathartic moment of Samantha Irving's docile tones announcing and new. God
and
damn, does she make it sound amazing?
And not to mention, like, right when the match was over, like, because she was in complete shock, like everybody else. The emotion she showed, like, she was already crying, like, oh shit, like she was literally Samantha. That's the true fan. Like, you literally got to see all your favorites in one match. Taker coming out, what the fuck? Like, everybody that you ain't expect to see was all there for that one moment.
I just realized something we forgot to mention about this match. Brandy.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Brandy came out. Mm-hmm. We finally got Brandy on WWE TV,
which was awesome. Her mom.
Think, sadly, this was a one-time appearance.
Yeah, it was only one time. Still with who's she with?
I mean, she's not with AEW currently. Yeah. She's not with anyone right now. She's just a home kid.
So she's probably doing something independent in her home.
I mean, knowing her, she's probably chasing some business venture on the sideline. I haven't really much looked into Brandy lately, so
doing something. Came out wearing a little gear and everything.
But that was awesome. The part, like, then he had everybody's initial on the boot. Everybody. That was dope.
Most dopest part when everybody came out to celebrate. Number one guy he asked for to come out. One round came out.
It's the KO and them there.
Bruce Pritchard. Seeing Bruce Pritchard come out on WWE TV after how many fucking years ever being in front of the camera again?
It was wild. That was wild.
It was a very surreal moment for me. And I saw that and I went, my God, how are you even still with the company?
And
Because
he's
if
still
they're getting rid of all of Vince's people, he's like number
one.
2 on the list, right next to Kevin Dunn.
He been there for all that shit, like literally.
So it's a really surreal moment that, one, it's a slow process, and two, that certain reports might be accurate about certain people, like flipping the script on Vince real hard in the back. Now, is Bruce Pritchard a part of that? I don't think so. He's gone out of his way to not even want to discuss that whole situation podcast. I don't think he sells Vince out. I don't think he throws him under the bus. I don't think he throws anybody else under the bus, and I don't think he calls anybody, like name drops anybody or anything. I think Bruce Pritchard plays, for the first time in his life, the straight man, and just basically tries to distance himself as far from the situation as possible by saying, "Hey, this is my job. This is what I do.
Act like nothing happened."
Right? And any of this stuff that was going on, I don't know about it. And you know what? Whether that's the actual truth of the situation or not, him doing that, probably the smartest thing he can do.
Yep.
Probably the smartest thing.
Let this shit blow over and just clear out the way.
Yep. Because if he continues to do stuff like that and continue to show that he's trying to do stuff for the company, they'll probably let him slide through the cracks. But that being said, there has been some admin cleaning this past week. So who knows? He could still be on a chopping block.
So don't get rid of Paul. Don't need him.
So
even though the Rock and him don't get along, they don't really like each other. But
I was gonna say Paul's situation is unique. A situation where the company obviously a lot under him being in control with the talent. And even The Rock has been working with him on a lot of the stuff that he's done up to this. So I think old grudges buried.
Yeah, they.
However, won't speak of it here because again, we don't drag it on too much longer here. But you and I and MD here, we all know there's a whole other situation within the situation involved. And if they're willing to look past that because Stephanie and him worked some shit out finally, because he's finally wearing his ring again. And Stephanie actually sat next to him at the Hall of Fame. And then so I like to think that he's got all that worked out, I guess.
And then both being at Wrestle Mania and like...
And she did his line better than him. Like,
oh, you ready?
Yeah, that's the Triple H one, right? Yeah. And the Stephanie one, are you ready? And it's so weird that out of all the McMahons, she does Vince's part on TV better than Vince and has his cadence better than him. It's so weird.
She studied her dad for real, like studied him.
Studied him. Like, I feel like she created him. Don't forget, she was working creative before he even like fully made the McMahon character.
That's true.
Yeah.
So there's a huge possibility that she might be the reason why Vince was the way he was on TV. We may never know the truth of that.
Also, I feel there's another reason besides Rock having a movie to do. That's why he's That's why he's taking a little break. But also, he's given backstage heat, cool down some because that heat is still that heat between The Rock and Triple H is still there. That's why. If you notice, a lot of the talent, a lot of wrestlers like Colie, Wrestle Mania, he literally made sure to actually make Triple H come out so he can say what he said. Like, you are the most Like he could have said thank you to the Rock off kayfabe, you feel me? But
He gave his flowers to Triple
he
H.
gave his flowers to Triple H. Who else did it? It was a lot of them that came out and said the same thing and gave Triple H his flowers on that moment and in front of board TKO.
KO
You know what
was
I'm
there.
saying?
Orton.
Yeah, fucking CM Punk.
Yeah. Hey, and you know how
that
relationship.
was an awkward moment. Watching CM Punk and Triple H hug
Yes.
in the ring.
Which shows the growth since
with
that,
Cody Rhodes.
I don't know. So here's the thing. With the Triple H CM Punk situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
We all kind of know how CM Punk is. Like,
he's taking no shit.
Well, it's not even just that.
I mean, he wasn't before, but still,
he's not taking no shit, and he's about his money.
I was gonna say that part.
He's more
about his money than he is about relationships.
Yeah, he like him and Seth. He don't want no friends with that. Like I'm
right.
here.
And the fact that Seth had to stand there in the ring with CM Punk again while thanking Triple H, I saw the face that Seth made in that.
He hated.
And I was like,
he looked with disgust. Like I fucking
he's like, yo, if I wasn't fucked up.
But still, even with the look, but guess what? They still share the same ring, and they still were kind of showing a little bit of a beef that's dying. You're kind of getting along for that moment because Seth Rollins.
I won't say they're getting along for the moment.
I'm supposed to say that moment that they had
to tolerate each other.
I was going to say they have a mindset like how we have a mindset. How we'll walk into a building and into a party, matter of fact.
Yep.
And one of our mutual friends will invite somebody that we don't even fucking bet. We hate this motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
But because we here for somebody else, we be like, you know what?
I'm gonna give you a pass right now.
Do nothing wild. Say something to me. We leave this party. I'm fucking you up on the street. But for the time being, while we in here, safe. I'm not even going to look your way. I'm going to do my thing. You do yours. You stay in your lane. I'm going to stay in mine.
Where's what I say?
Mama ate a funeral for him.
Because knowing Seth, he would have just, he would have did what he did, gave Cody his respect, his love, and with whispering Cody, like, look, I'm sorry, bro, but, or he probably wouldn't said if he just probably would have just left out. No, that's normal stuff.
But I feel like
I kind of couldn't though. He actually had to be helped out. Remember?
Yeah.
KO was with him the whole time trying to make sure he was all right. Like they
and
spent like
ribs and shit
5 minutes on the ground with KO just like, sure you okay? You sure you want me to call the doctors?
And the refs throwing up the axe, like literally throwing up that like he's fucking hurt, bro.
Right.
And Seth's like, I don't want the medical attention. I'm good. I'm gonna walk. Just give me a minute.
But I feel like if he wasn't hurt and had to stand there, and his disgust for Punk, he'd already shown like he hate that nigga with a passion. You know that nigga. Yeah. He didn't want him there.
It was a great ending though. I loved the ending.
Anytime
it was very emotional, great, and then you had every new star much out there. Jay.
Oh yeah.
Anytime you
Sammy, it was Jay and Sammy putting Cody on the shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
That was like.
Anytime you sit there and call like didn't Bailey come out too? I think Bailey came in the ring.
I think she did at one.
There was so many of
them. But for like anytime somebody call you a cancer in like multiple interviews before you get to the company, like you like stay where the fuck you at, don't come back, and then they show up anyway, and you like, I want to beat the fuck out of this. Yeah. But because of storyline basis, which was really supposed to happen.
What was the other thing he said in the other interview? Oh, he's their problem now. That's what
Con.
As soon as he came back, it's like, fuck. like right after I win my match, now I gotta see you and shit. Like, I want to beat your ass now. Michael Cole and them trying to hold him back. They already know the shit. They already like.
I understand though, Sam. You just can't really do nothing with for real, because that man really.
That's because Punk.
Man really set.
It's weird how super divisive Punk is. Like weirdly enough, right? Got what our images of Punk was up until he left the first time,
Right.
and then the image that everybody else had of Punk over the years that we had no clue about. Like the shit that the stories that come out about Punk, and it's like, and you sit there and you wonder, you're like, how much of that is true? How much of that is fake? Like, what stories do you believe? Which ones do you not believe? A person like Eddie Kingston, I have a hard time not believing in Eddie Kingston. But that's mostly because Eddie's so fucking convincing about every fucking thing he does and says. And you know it's coming from a real place. It's hard to tell when Eddie's giving you fantasy over reality and reality over the fantasy. He blurs the line so fucking hard that I'm just like, it all's just fucking real with him. Like I can't tell. So to this day, that whole thing with him and Punk in the ring, that promo that he was cutting, to this day, I'm like, is it real? And my heart tells me it is. And my brain is split 50-50.
How was Punk facial reaction? He do like the little smile, the little laugh.
He had that same that same reaction he had when
true.
So that's what made me think about it. I was like, it must be true.
Like even with the Bryan Danielson promo, like when he told him like, I just wanted the respect of my peers. Like, I just want you to just finally shake my hand. Like you felt that shit because it's like, damn, like once he finally when he won, and then you see him get the handshake that he was waiting for, is like, you felt that whole revolution. You just like,
the whole thing with Claudio, even like they've been beefing hard forever. And you figure Claudio took this man's hand. And that was the whole antithesis of everything else. It's like, shake my hand, Eddie. Shake my hand. I've already beaten you. Shake my hand, Eddie. Shake my hand, Eddie. And the only person in that whole group that he can't get to shake his hand is fucking Moxley. Moxley's still a dick.
Moxley ain't shaking that for shit. Like, the straight flipping them off.
Like, I feel like I must be Moxley, right? Because you know I ain't shit. You could give somebody respect every so often. Me, if I don't like you, I don't like you at the end of the day. You ain't getting no fucking respect out of me.
But the funniest part is like
beat my ass. It'd be like, now what you got to say? I'm still going to spit my blood in your face and call you a bitch, even though you done stomp me out and walk away, limping and all. Don't give a fuck. Come back the next day and still talk shit.
The funniest part is like Moxley sitting there waiting for a handshake, and then he get flipped off. It's like, what you expect? You would have did the same shit. Like, what do you expect? He beat you at your own game.
Okay.
It's like,
and the worst part is that's your boy. Right. That's the thing that always makes me laugh about those two. It's like, y'all do remember that y'all homeboys, right? Why do y'all act like y'all hate each other so hard when you know you love that nigga?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, and you know you want to hug Mox. Mox, you know you want to hug Eddie and stuff. And y'all know y'all want to go down to the bar, sit there and bullshit.
Oh,
but it's like we gotta stay in character, but we just gotta stay in
back. Coming back.
So
about that.
Yeah.
Coming back.
Not that I don't want Sheamus back.
Gotta do something.
Is he gonna?
I fucking love Sheamus.
I feel like he gonna reinvent himself a little bit more.
They're gonna give him. We'll push this.
But who is he gonna feud with? Who is he gonna feud with is the question.
You know what the funny thing is? That's not even my concern. You know what my concern is? Health.
Yeah, Sheamus is.
Yeah. Oh, he hit the high end.
Not even just that. The main reason for that hiatus is because remember that surgery never really went away after he had it. That's why he took so long to come back in the first place.
Right.
And apparently it still ain't really all there. Yeah. That's why he just took a hiatus. I'm more concerned that we have another situation like that would be.
Where it's like he might not ever be able to come back.
If he's not careful, like that's where he's gonna. I honestly, I really, as much as I love wrestling and I love specific, if your health is the option, you have to outweigh over your career. Choose your health every time.
That's why I'm glad Soraya. That's why I'm glad Soraya took that as much time off as she did to get her neck right.
I got the same doctor that Edge got.
Because even after that, like Mercedes she still felt guilty. Like even when she saw her, she was like, "No, we good. Like that was an accident. Like you didn't mean to intentionally put me out of action for years till I had to recruit, like get myself together to where I was cleared to come back and wrestle again after so long. And we're not in WWE no more, so we good. Like
I feel like we're gonna get a better match with those two.
That's gonna be insane when they actually.
I'm waiting for those two to cross paths in the ring.
That's gonna be 5-star for sure.
Korea and ladies.
That's gonna be 5-star for sure. Like,
oh yeah. So wrap up the stream.
Well, as always,
where we go.
Yep.
You made me break.
Uh-oh.
Where'd you?
Right. Copy.
Get 3.
Shit.
We're gonna make this a thing from now on. If anybody can make me break during the recording, I will take 3 chops from that person. We'll start making that a thing.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Make sure they see it. The Star Wars also, yeah. We got to chop the Luke Skywalker out.
We can't be showing my 5-minute abs on that.
The 5
want to give you my
The tree, right?
Tree. One.
Woo.
Oh, that was one on areola too.
Oh shit!
That was definitely areola.
That was why. That was why.
Again.
Ooh, do that one.
Hey, let me get back into this. That second one had a little bit of extra heat.
Woo!
That one's dead.
You heard that one too.
That's my shit. Now,
this one, yeah, break that.
Now, I want y'all to know the only reason why you don't see me making a face is that I am a bit of a masochist, and so I've had random shit done to me over the years to intake up my pain threshold. It's the reason why I kept thinking I wanted to be a wrestler as a kid, but I was too stupid to actually go and find a wrestling school and fell into computers instead. Is what it is. So
I wish he was with
to
me.
rate that though. So impact overall, I would rate your impact at about
solid
number. The form, I will say that your form, and this is mostly because of your accuracy. Your form is probably about a 7.
Okay.
But I will give you 2 extra points for Sting.
Yeah.
Because I will tell you right now, like I said, I'm not making a face. But right from here over, when I take this shirt off, I guarantee y'all this shit's red. And I'm too black to be turning red.
Oh, yeah. Might got some cuts.
Oh, shit.
I mean, if I do, it's been a while.
Ask
some of them split open in the chest.
Ask them boys in VA.
Them boys.
Ask them white boys in VA how I get down.
No Diddy.
No Diddy.
Gotta put that.
No beaver. I steal my food.
No.
You want to get shot too?
Break that time, but goodness me, was I close.
I
didn't break that time, but goodness me, was I close. So, Who wants to carry us home?
Huh?
Who wants to carry us home, or should I?
Oh, so as always, folks, it's great to have y'all. As always, for this another episode of Culthouse.
Co-host?
Culthouse.
We really do got to get our sync there.
So, as always, stay blessed. Stay on top of your game. Think strong, think smart, be strong, be smart. Always do your due diligence for anything. And know that God loves you.
And don't forget to join us Monday. This was a out of the nowhere stream just due to the fact that we missed last weekend and was supposed to do this actually on the Raw after Mania. But due to situations with my cars, that didn't happen. But we are pulling double duty. So got today's stream for Mania. But Monday, we got something new for you guys. So that being said,
also stay away from Diddy's. Stay away from all them folks. Don't get Diddy. Don't get Justin Bieber.
OBJ.
Don't get OJ. Don't get.
Wait.
Don't get Biden.
Wait. Hold on. When you say don't get OJ, do you mean don't get arrested taking your own shit?
All that shit.
Okay.
And also don't forget y'all can follow us on the socials.
Yeah, Facebook, Colie the Baltimore King, YouTube, Colie Baltimore King, Kick, Colie Baltimore King.
God.
Well, Colie the God, of course. I mean, doesn't really.
You made the channel.
Doesn't fucking really matter. It's always gonna be Colie Baltimore King. IG, Colie Baltimore King.
And you can
on IG.
and y'all can y'all can follow me on Twitch and everything if y'all want. Check out some gaming, MD Nice _the _gamer, and follow me on Twitch, MD Nice _the gamer, and pretty much just TikTok same thing, MD Nice _the _gamer, and MD Nice _the King 22. So y'all want to check out some stuff, make sure y'all follow us, and drop a like, comment, all that stuff. We will be here for y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed today's stream, by the way. Hope y'all really enjoyed it.
Yep.
Also, y'all go on YouTube. You also look up, if y'all, for y'all gamers, Source U. You know what I'm saying? Because I always gotta give credit to my guy. So
Yeah, come see us over in the game room. I got
Mr. Surge, you feel me? So yeah, always go check that out there too. And also, if y'all on that Discord, you feel me? You go on Discord, you join the Culthouse family on there. So don't be a stranger.
That being said, we out. Deuces.
Deuces.
Culthouse.